80s movie.
I know, but I still ain't got too much.
Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 3BG, where we're back in the 80s again, talking about Total Recall.
It's time for us to get our asses to Mars, if you will.
Get your ass to Mars. Yeah,
Total Recall. I was gonna say 80s. Nah, nigga, this is 90s.
This is 1990.
Well, hold on. There's a rule that we always say on 3 Black Geeks, and I think we need to actually keep up with
it.
If it is 1990, it's still 1988. It's still technically 1988.
Yeah.
So filmed in 1989, because everybody still looks all the bit of the late 80s. Come on, it's 1990. We didn't know what the fit was going to be, what the look of anything was going to be. We were still stuck in 89.
I know one thing though, man. The Soviets, they're never going to give up. I know for a fact they're never going to give up, man.
We're never going to be friends with them. That's for sure.
Actually, and here's the funny thing about that, actually. You can see in sci-fi how you could tell that the wall was still up. You know what I mean? You can kind of see that in sci-fi writings. There's a lot of authoritative storylines and stuff like that, corporations, all that. It really juxtaposed socialism and capitalism to be these monoliths of evil.
But then again, look what happened. The wall comes down, and now every sci-fi story is dystopian.
Well, yeah, because you know why? Because actually, I won't even go that far. I think what happened was this, Eris. In the 90s, we feared something else. Like, think about it. We as Americans, we conquered the world. We took everybody. But what about the aliens? We was afraid of that. And then in the 2000s, aliens don't exist. What if Dracula's a real? That lasted for only about a year and a half. That was more of a fad. But you know what wasn't a fad? And white people took very, very seriously in the mid-2000s, and it lasted for a while. The zombie apocalypse is coming, man. One day it's going to happen. Raccoon City. It's not going to be Raccoon City. It's going to be like Charlotte or some shit, man. And just boom, zombies everywhere. That's why I got a bunker. You can tell the fears of white people.
No, the fear
by looking at horror movies.
No, you're missing. No, you're missing the one super fear that white people had.
Black people.
Thank you. I was going to say it.
Besides black people with library cards.
That is the most. First off, that's the most militant ass answer ever. Nigga for mine.
Wait.
A nigga that can read.
I like how black people in present day still had this idea. You know what a white man hates? A black man with a book in his hand. No, you know what
they'll shoot you with the book in their hand. So what does it matter? Like that's
what I'm thinking. Like, you know what the white man hates? You know what a white man hates? Education. Exactly, and that's why they lock us up for no reason. Brother. No. You ain't listening to what I'm trying to say.
No, you don't understand. You see, they'll shoot you, take the book away, and then sprinkle some crack on you.
No, they'll put crack inside the book so they can open it and say, "See, you were selling the crack."
They actually took the time to cut the pages open and
cut a box in there to have crack.
As you see, after we shot the suspect 5
times, put a bag on it that actually says written crack on it.
It actually says crack in there. Up no errors, backwards R.
No, because the cops.
The R is upside down. The K is backwards.
No. We're gonna keep it simple because white people are so racist they think black people can't spell. It's CRAK, not CRACK. Because how racist white people are.
No.
As you see, as we shot the suspect 25 times, and we confirmed, yes, he did have some White Owl blunt wraps on him, and he was a dangerous Negro that had to be put down. We did what was right for the community, and I don't see why there's such outrage. But we need to calm down tempers.
But not.
Daquan was a drug dealer.
Not to go too far to tangent. Where I was really going with this was one of their biggest fears was leading all the way up to the year of 1999, Y2K.
Oh yes, if the machines turn on us, You're absolutely right. That was another one there.
That was probably the biggest fear of the 90s.
Thought Skynet was just going to come from the sky and just ruin us all that day, you know.
And even when it comes to the slasher movies and all
that, the computers couldn't program past 99.
Even when it comes to the slasher movies back then, they have. I'm not even bullshitting you. There's this underlining fear that white people had of, see, when you don't follow Christian values and you have sex before marriage, a mass murderer is going to come out of nowhere and stab you. That's just how it happens. Like any rebellious teen got dealt with from Mike Myers or Jason or Freddy. And that was white people ways of saying, see, the tones of the Bible was right. You see what happens? Like, even to that extent, that's how white people wrote shit. Like, when you see black people write shit, we write shit that's really fucking scary. Like, Get Out. Like, no, seriously,
Get Out.
That's actually scary.
Listen to the episode of Get Out, but like, this nigga was reading the 10 Crack Commandments.
As we shot the suspect 55 times, he was clearly playing that new Drake song, and as we all know, he's a pedophile. So we assume these things because they assume.
Nah, but like
I have this terrible fear that besides us, us as black people getting shot by the cops on the regular, it's only a matter of time before some maniac cop just pulls out Old Painless and just let her rip.
They did that before, Ernst. They bombed blocks before. You know that. Come on.
They rip out Old Painless on one black.
Well, I mean, when have they not ripped out Old Painless for black people?
I said one, Chris. I'm talking about just one.
Eris is trying to see a black man shredded by a minigun. Okay, for anybody.
I'm not saying that I want.
Eris calls miniguns old paint.
I'm pretty sure Pete Hegseth can arrange that when he hasn't erased everything else in history.
And to be honest with you, I think Gaddafi beat white people to it. I'm pretty sure Gaddafi was like, "You looked at one of my guards. Time for you to die." Hey, break out the minigun. You
like RoboCop 1 all over again.
Yeah,
I need the
Ed 209.
This is 1990.
Also, just real talk. I am pretty sure Saddam Hussein shoved a piece of dynamite up somebody's ass. I think he did that at least once. He did it at least once. It would have happened. Whoa! It's blood. Yeah, let's not do this ever again. This was horrific.
Chris, make it worse. Chris, make it worse. It wasn't even real. It was a prop.
Right. Nah, but like Total Recall to me was a movie that so you watch it normally back then, right? And you're like, all right, it seems like a very straight up movie. A guy, he's going through saving the world, terraforms Mars, saves the world, yada yada yada, right? That's as a kid, you're watching it straight up, right? I felt like the advent of the internet when I hit middle school and message boards and stuff. That's when I saw people putting out theories of what happened in the movie. At least to me. For me, I ain't speaking for y'all too, but for me, it was when I saw message boards and people had their Angel Fire websites talking about Total Recall and stuff. No bullshit, but like that's when I read up on like, oh, so there is another angle to this movie. Didn't know about that.
The reason why is because when we were kids, we heard this a lot. And especially before the advent of the internet, we heard this term a lot. The book was better. And the reason I
didn't know it was based off a book until
how many movies are based off
plenty of them. Plenty of them. In fact, the dude that wrote this movie, Philip K. Dick, he wrote Blade Runner, Minority Report, Scanner Darkly, this one, and there's like 4 more that were like short stories that ended up becoming a whole movie.
Because a lot of them are basically his books are based off of like the social questions and social ideas that we always talk about. Like Minority Report, great movie. It's about like what happens when you have this idea in good faith of, hey, precog, you can predict a thing from happening. In theory, it sounds nice, but like there's a downside to it.
Yeah.
And everything that he writes is based off of good ideas, but there's downsides. I mean, hell, Black Mirror is a perfect example of kind of taking his ideas to a degree of doing that.
I kind of wish that they did go with the original title, like the book title for this movie, instead of calling it Total Recall. Like what was it? The short story was actually called "We Can Remember It for You Wholesale."
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah.
That's one of his though. And D, I think you probably seen it. Man in High Castle. Love that.
Man in High Castle. I don't know nothing about Man in High Castle. I can't say shit about.
Oh no, the idea was basically what if the Axis had won? So like basically China and the Nazis basically won out.
Okay, full disclosure, y'all. The reason why we're doing this movie is because of Philip K. Dick. One big reason. I was trying to figure out what other movie can I do this when we like what one of the movies I can do, yada yada yada, woo woo woo. And I tripped over a movie that was based off of one of his books, Paycheck, starring Ben Affleck.
That movie was definitely a paycheck for that.
You want to talk about a movie that came and went? 3BGPodcast Geeks might be doing.
That's John Woo's probably his one he doesn't want to talk about.
It's probably his worst movie that John Woo has ever did.
But he got a hefty paycheck for that. So,
but when I did that, I saw his name. I was like, oh, Philip K. Dick. Why is that name? The nigga that made Minority Report. And I saw all the rest of this shit. I was like, yeah, let's do Total Recall. Like it was that time. That's kind of how that came about. But he also did Paycheck, the movie Next. Remember Next?
Yeah, I remember.
Is that the one with Nicolas Cage where he can predict stuff?
Yes, the Nicolas.
He's like a car dealer that kind of basically.
The Nicolas Cage flick where he literally plays out the rest of the movie from
like he literally
out of a cabin.
The whole premise of it, I don't think we were never going to do Next, but like the whole idea of it is he's been making money inside casinos because he can predict shit and stuff. So he ends up getting bottled up with the FBI and in order to hunt down a killer, and Jessica Biel is in the movie because reasons.
When he decided to channel his inner Dragon Ball and go full Triform and started going everywhere,
dodging bullets.
Let me tell you, we are never doing Next. Next is one of the most.
I'd rather do Snake Eyes than Next.
You know what? Snake Eyes have more meat on the bone, actually.
I wanted to mention something, by the way, about this movie. Did y'all know that this was such an ambitious project that it sat in development hell for 16 years?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I can see it.
A lot of the movies that are trying to be based off of Philip K. Dick's kind of going that same direction, and not just him. Many sci-fi writers have their stuff that just go into limbo. There's quite a few. There's actually quite a few of them.
D, you're talking about 40 different script drafts, 7 different directors, multiple actors that were supposed to.
I would believe it.
And here's the best part: the movie actually did enter early stages of filming in 1987 under the De Laurentiis Entertainment Group, right before they declared bankruptcy.
Now, here's a funny thing about that story too: the person that was connected to that to be director was Cronenberg. That's right. Because it failed, he would go on to do another movie that was a fucking classic, The Fly. Now, because his name was still connected to the Total Recall script, he was called up again, and he actually took part in this movie. He created every mutant you see in this movie. So not only did you have Paul Verhoeven, who was directing this, who's good with futuristic shit and making gruesome violence and all the rest of that, you have him paired up with Mr. Cronenberg, who don't fuck around when it comes to making an eyeball be on your chin and your titty be on your head. So you dealing with somebody that knows how to make freaking shit.
Thanks,
so
Rick and Morty.
It was this. Also, Rick and Morty, not only to the Cronenberg monsters or Rick
first goddamn episode.
One of my favorite episodes that came out not too long ago was the Quado episode. Morty, open your mind. He said that the entire episode.
So the whole Quado. So the basic idea of these type of films or books and stuff is this idea of like the twist and the mind fuck. And in Total Recall's case, it's the case of what's real and what isn't. Because on one hand, you're presented with Douglas Quaid, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is just a guy who's a construction worker. And, he has his hot ass wife and, what's her face? Sharon Stone. And he's having dreams of Mars with this other woman who's a brunette, and apparently it's an ongoing thing. He had dreams. So he ends up coming across this company called Recall, who basically sells you dreams of a vacation to Mars or any other place that you can think of and stuff. And when he does it, the film gives off the vibes that, like, through Recall, he ends up living out said fantasy that gets presented to him. And you're like, okay, so this is all fantasy. But then there's aspects of it where you find out, and again, the movie plays it in such an ambiguous way, that apparently his memories were erased and the recall thing just triggered him sort of like, I guess, muscle memory remembering, hey, something's up. And you're like, okay, something's off. But then there's a moment where the doctor that found a recall is telling him, hey, Quaid, this is a dream. Just chill. You know, just take this pill, this red pill, and you'll be fine. As he gets shot in the head. So I guess whatever.
Just take this pill. Take the red pill.
Go ahead, take it.
Now I don't remember that part of the movie. So watching, I was like, shit, maybe this is the plot twist. And so it's like the movie does all these red herrings. And I remember the director of the movie saying that the way they made it, it was very much, number one, open-ended, but also
super ambiguous.
But from his point of view, he felt like, hey, all of it could be true in some weird way. Like, hey, Douglas probably is in a weird way living out it in a very coincidental way where it's like, oh, this did happen. It's just, you know,
it's the same thing I said about Interstellar. Mm-hmm. How you don't know for sure, like, you know, what, like, throughout the film, throughout all the 2+ hours that movie is, where in time do any of these events take place?
Mm-hmm.
Because
course of a day, 2 weeks,
like, I mean, because like, no, I mean, just from the beginning, you about to dude has a crash. I'm like, bro, what if this was all not necessarily a dream, but what if he's been in a coma the entire time?
Mm-hmm. We did the same shit with fucking Shutter Island not too long ago. We did the same thing where it's like, wait, so he's crazy, isn't he? I don't know if he's crazy. I don't know. He might be. No, he got crazy on the island. He was crazy before he got to the island. Like, I mean, made him crazy. You know what I mean?
I mean, recent bias. Like, think about it like this: Inception. Remember the ending where the top is just spinning and it cuts to black, right? There was all that ambiguous. Is it real? Is it not? And granted, again, it's open. You know, Nolan did it, and again, just like this movie, very open-ended to where you can interpret it any other way. And you remember people was like, "I want a sequel," and I'm like, "I don't want no sequel to this shit."
No,
it's the way it is.
One of the better examples of it,
BetterHelp.com.
Yeah,
one of the better examples of it actually will be something that's on the same tree, which is Minority Report. Mm-hmm. Minority Report. We go through this whole thing where John Anderton is trying to figure out, you know,
who set him up,
who did this, who did that, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. It ends with him, his wife, and the precogs in a cabin, and everything is okay. Hey, wait a minute. Why is everything so
clean,
peachy?
Yeah, the precogs are off to the sunset, and
even the way it cuts off and goes to credits, it's like, he's in a coma, ain't he? And since if you go to Minority,
it's the most perfect ending. Like all the what was it like?
Yo, wait a minute.
Yeah, because wasn't it like all the prisoners that got put in prison for the precogs, they got released? He reconciled with his wife. And the precogs, they got sent to another place so they can live out their lives in peace.
Exactly.
I was like, this is the most.
He was living with them. Remember, the precogs were living with him at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like. So I remember I watched it like, man, I remember saying it, and it ended kind of lame because I'm not thinking. Not second time going through that junk. Hold up. like wait a minute. Whoa. Is this a dream? Is he in a dream right now? That's kind of what, like, this movie does the same thing. And I think what Total Recall does really, really good with it is the fact that, okay, let's go from the beginning. He has the dream. He wakes up. He's breathing hard. Sharon Stone is just there. You know, he has a hot wife. You know, he has a hot wife. Everything's all right. Motherfucker standing in his newsroom kitchen. Like, seriously, you ever see like, hey, we're here at Channel 4, we're whipping up breakfast here at the station. It looks like one of those right there.
It's anyway. A very regular future.
Yeah,
especially for that time period. Like
you
it's like
the tube television implanted into the wall.
Like when you think about it like this, right? Like right now, you know,
every 80s movie depicting the future did that.
No, but think about it like this. Like this movie had some ideas that even to this day we're still trying to do, like Mars, for instance, right? We're still the idea of trying to go to Mars. Fucking goofy ass Elon wants to take claim to that, and I'm like, bro, you're too stupid to even try.
How about you try getting your rocket out of Earth's atmosphere?
Thank you, without blowing up.
How about you try to get a job, because I'm going to take it from you?
hey, how about you stream a game online and leave the chat open?
How about I kick you in your non-existent nuts?
Chat, could you get a monitor? Can you get him? I think his name is Eris. Can you get him out?
Hey, yo, Elon, your kids ain't coming back.
I'm mad that guy got radicalized because his kid turned into a trans. God damn.
Like, Eris mentioned it just a second ago. Did you see that nigga's face as everything came, all the chat going on? The one dude was my hero. Your kids don't love you. Your kids don't love you. Your kids don't love you. That was my hero right there.
That's a black person that says that, because black people, we will sit there and say your kids don't love you, your mom don't love you, your dad don't love you.
Hey, Chris, you saw that Cursor come over there. He's over there like
monitors.
Okay, guys, if you're gonna be in the chat.
Like,
no.
But nah, like that dude has the most, like the future that they have in Total Recall, it is very realistic-esque of what you would think it would be.
I call bull because the sad, deeply shaken reality of it is this: it will take us almost 2,000 years to make Mars livable. If y'all niggas think in your freaking lifetime that we're going to be able to go to the red planet, not even terraforming, let's put up a base with enough food. If you think we got enough to do that right now, I have a bridge in Southeast DC that is for sale for $2. Like, come on, man.
Bricks is falling apart.
That's never going to happen. If we want to do anything, and everybody said this, if we want to do anything with space exploration, let's go back to the moon. There's still a lot more to study. There's still opportunity for us to actually make a base there before we think about going to a planet that, hold on, I learned this from Neil deGrasse Tyson, we got to wait one time of the year to even travel to when it's a straight line to it.
All it is just basically a bunch of rich folks that want more resources because they're whoring out the fucking resources here. That's all.
You know what I love? How everybody is finally with Team Dwayne right now. Y'all finally hate Katy Perry. I've been waiting for all of y'all to join me. I've been waiting.
I never hated her. She was just like,
never hated her.
Hey, Chris.
I can think of two very big reasons why I don't need to hate her.
Don't need to. Very big. Why? What? Which ones? Don't say those C cups that look smaller than your girl Sweeney. Don't you say them. She just had, all she did was what I would do. Just push these bad boy together, put them up, and you're going to think, damn, D, so can I see one? And you're going to be upset when it's an A cup. Yeah, I know. I got
but like
good enough for me.
But no, the whole conversation.
All right, here you go.
We have
Look, here's Eris over there. Hurry up, nigga! I'm trying.
Now we have terrorists. You have terrorists on Mars who are pushing back on a corporation that's basically being a corporation, evil. Played by the guy from RoboCop, evil.
Ronnie Cox.
Ronnie Cox. Sir. Except Ronnie Cox has grays on the side of his head to really show how evil he is.
I look like David Carradine right now, don't I?
Well, Faye, your hairline is going back on you, sir.
He looks very Carradine in this picture.
He really is like evil David Carradine or something like that.
Talk about David Carradine was a dude that killed himself while beating off, dog. I think he was the evil one. Okay.
True. But So the
David
rebels
Carradine came to be a kung fu master and did a jump kick between 1966 and Kill Bill. I don't want to hear it.
Sir, Kung Fu, the legend continues says otherwise.
Kung Fu only lasted for how long?
I said the legend continues.
Don't start that shit with me. How long did it last?
About 4 seasons total.
No, I didn't want no 4. Now I'm investigating. Continue.
No.
Look, Kung Fu the legend continues.
Oh, go.
I am mad. All three of us.
All 3 of us.
4 seasons. That was
4 seasons. Bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
88 episodes. 88. 1993
It
to
missed
1997.
syndication. It just 12 episodes from syndication. Ain't that a bitch?
And hold on, D. If it makes you feel better, the show was canceled.
Well,
wow, they said fuck your syndication.
No. D have to put foot in mouth. I'm sorry, Mr. Carradine. I am so sorry that noose was too tight around your neck when you was.
God damn.
Hey, I got a question, y'all. I got a question. Did he finish? Anyway,
Maybe.
Which is worse if you're the EMT? Him like that or him finished like that? Which is worse?
Speaking of worse, so Quado is the leader of the rebels, and it's a mystery throughout the movie of who Quado is. Like, is it a person? Is a mutant? Or who is it?
A name you think mutant off the break anyway, though.
Yeah, Quado. It just sounds very mutant-like, which, surprise, it is a mutant.
We're skipping a part, though, Chris. Now, like I said, we're going back for the beginning. Now, like you said, the one thing I noticed off the break was this. Like, I want to go to, we should go to Mars. Go to Mars, to go there. And I'm with Sharon Stone. Nigga, no. Let's just go on a cruise. Let's go to Saturn. Saturn, pretty as shit. I don't want to go to Saturn. I want to see the mountains.
That is funny. This is like the 4th property that I've watched, sci-fi property, where Saturn is viable as like a place that you could settle at.
I mean,
like Cowboy Bebop did it. Cowboy Bebop did it. This did it.
Watch out for the rings. That's all I can say.
Yeah. It was like Cowboy Bebop. This.
Which
was it? Aliens? Did Aliens have something on Saturn or some shit?
No. See, here's the thing about Saturn. They had a Saturn-like planet. You saw like a planet.
Yeah. That's probably what I'm thinking.
I would also like to consider that this movie takes place in the year 2084.
Man, we'd be old as shit.
2084.
2084.
Okay, we'll be 101, or I'll be 101. I don't know about y'all two niggas. Y'all be dead. But
Sir, I'm retaining this youth all the way till
exactly.
You know what?
I'm retaining it. And when the time comes for me to upgrade, I am going for that Ghost in the Shell. I will. I will put my consciousness inside of a body.
Oh no, man.
Chris finally gets his consciousness late before both of us. Chris show up looking like himself. Like, God, where's D and Chris at? I'm like, where's D and Eris at? These two fine bitches come up to them like, hey, how you doing? Yo, what's up, Chris? I made y'all self bitches. Look, here's Eris. It was the only ones it was the only bottles we could get. Where Eris does this, his breasts are jiggling. It's the only bottle we can get. It's like this. It's like, here's Chris. Is he always going to do that? He does it all the time. I can't stop him.
Can't stop him. This happens.
Eris has made a decision Eris has made a decision to be a cock tease the entire time.
But listen, I set my physics to anime.
That's an executive decision.
That being said, I am not going to lie. Speaking of Black Mirror, you know the episode with Anthony Mackie in there? Y'all don't want to play D. Oh, y'all don't want to play D. I'm picking jury, and y'all going to be tired of me.
I gotta be real with you, Anthony
I'm
Mackie.
picking jury every time. And here's Chris. And man, put your feet up, D. Go ahead, nigga.
Anthony Mackie, probably his character said the realest thing of that movie when he looked at dude and said, dude, just go ahead and kiss me, man.
Just go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and kiss me,
man.
He was already like, you know what? I have accepted this. It is what the fuck it is.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Check cleared.
This is what. Here's the thing. Number one, in D's opinion, it will never get that far because after the awkwardness of us doing it, I ain't going in for seconds.
Also,
y'all can keep that B.
Hey, look, here's Chris. Hey, y'all ain't playing today? Here's me and Eris. Nah, we ain't.
It's like, all right, more for me.
Hey, Chris, here's you. They about to do the white wine commercial. Mm-hmm.
White wine. Fuck yeah.
I love that whole white wine joke.
When your buddy is a gay man,
I'm still laughing. They got
you as a married man gave up your freedoms way too early.
I swear to God, I'm laughing. They got Sam Elliott to voice that shit. I fucking hollered.
When you go with your buddy to a gay club and you realize that gay for pay goes both ways, you want to so you go ahead and have an adventure. But what you realize, gay or not, you're still married to your wife, buddy. You need a white wine. White wine. Fuck yeah.
That whole shit. But anyway, the point is this. All right, so he finally goes to recall. I love this one scene because you see the black girl. She has a little fingernail.
Hold on. Time out. We gotta mention our patron saint, the short, not Bob Hoskins guy that's always been in movies in the 80s and 90s. He was the killer in North. Hey! He was the killer in North.
Yeah.
Recall.
Hey, I got a question. Where you been at this week? I don't know. I was thinking about going to recall. You don't want to go to recall. They'll screw your brain up. Motherfucker got lobotomized because of that. Maybe you're right.
See, this is where my theory of it being real kicked in, because I feel that the whole thing of him losing his memory, my man Ronnie Cox had people kind of, obviously he had Sharon Stone as his surrogate wife, right? I felt he had other people placed to see if he was going to go to recall to do that, because the whole thing with Ronnie Cox is he used Quaid to basically flush out Quado, essentially, in a weird way. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, true. Actually, you answered it for me, but it could be because this beautiful man is one of my favorite villains of all time in every movie he's in. I'm with him. Kill him.
Thank you.
Yeah, just do that.
Kill him.
I like how he sat there and his boy, the dude with the 80s, BCG glasses from the military.
Stop making fun of military grade glasses, shoes, and I think socks, white and tidy whitey. Stop it, Chris.
Sir. This is evil Steve Bloom. Okay. That is evil Steve Bloom, and you will put some respect on his name.
I love it. Anyway.
It was one point where this man was so out to kill Quaid that his boy was like, bro, if you shoot them, you're going to fucking blow out the air from Mars and we're going to get sucked outside. The fuck are you doing?
Dog.
He still had the intense 2 seconds that he said he was about to say, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway, before he calmed down, was great. It was like,
now, I'm with you in this sense. I thought it was still real in this sense because I've seen this before. We got beautiful things. We got this one package going to Saturn. You want to go to Saturn? Y'all said that twice.
I'm not interested in Saturn.
But y'all said that twice, making me think that if y'all had him go to Saturn, there was going to be another scenario that was going to get played out.
That was the whole point.
Now, hold on. That's if you still think it's real. I think all of this is a Black Mirror episode. Remember the Black Mirror episode where the dude was in a video game, and you saw at the end he was already like dead? Yeah, that's what I think is going on. Just spoiler alert. Anyway, but anyway, he said like, I want to go to Mars. He's like, why do you want to go to Mars? Like, to see the
everybody's been telling him that. Why is he going to go to Mars? And that's why I feel it's real, because
that's enough. Then thank you, because they're trying to keep him away from Mars. But I was thinking also, ain't y'all still trying to find Quado? That's the conflicting part for me. So how can you not want him to go to Mars, but at the same time get him to get to Mars? Because if that was the case, it wouldn't matter if you said, "So, all right, Mr. Quaid, we're going to put you in here. You're going to go back to Washington D.C. on January 6th, 2000."
Going to save a guy named Harry Dunn. You see,
we should have been down that day.
whatever you do. You make sure that when you get there, look for a woman named Ashley. She'll tell you everything. She'll tell you everything that you need to know about your mission.
Arnold shows up. Look, Arnold actually flashes there, but he's actually in South. Wait a minute, where's the capital? Man, what the fuck is you thinking, man? What the fuck is it? Man, this motherfucker big as motherfucker.
I'm looking for Ashley. I'm trying to find her.
I gotta say,
this is Betty Forbes. I need to find my way out.
I gotta say, gentlemen, there's something gnarly about Paul Verhoeven's violence in his film that just feels very just cinema. Just the bullet holes that get laid into people. It's just like
the reason why is because I think where Paul Verhoeven actually exceeds is this. This is violence. All of this is violence. You know what we need? You know what we need in this violence? They fight. They fight. We need a lot of itchy and scratchy shenanigans to happen on my movie.
That is nightmare fuel, by the way, for me as a kid.
When I was a kid, yes, when we were kids, seeing this. Now, here's the fun part about this. I did not know that this was straight up practical effects. That ain't Arnold.
Oh hell no.
That's a model at that point.
This isn't the first. This is not the first time that we would see practical effects being in place of Arnold or put on Arnold, some kind of crazy prosthetic. Mm-hmm. Shout outs to you, Terminator, the Terminator with the eye removal bit where they gave
Which
Arnold
is still dope as shit to this day.
It's dope. No, it's dope, but when you look at it, they give him that super pale skin.
Yeah, it happens. It happens with my man.
He just looks like a puppet at that point.
Well, let's be real. There's 2 times that happens, and for me, it might have been more. It's with old boy that has Quado in his stomach, because you could definitely tell it's like, oh, you went prosthetics with him at that when Quado was talking, right? That's when it's, and then that part
definitely tell. You can tell where you can tell where the puppet arms begin and where the puppet actually.
And then you got Arnold when he takes off the fucking old lady head, and you could tell it's a prosthetic when they were supposed to switch over from Arnold's face to his real face and stuff, and it's like. That's kind of
go back to that Quado picture real quick.
Let's see. Go ahead.
This was 1990. Mm-hmm. We could have got Krang in Secret of the Ooze. I'm just saying.
Not like that though. It wouldn't have been that great.
I think you could have.
You could have got away with it.
In theory.
I have a feeling.
You could have got away with it.
In a PG movie at that time in the early 90s, they weren't going to allow that. Now, if it was the 80s, that would have definitely went down.
Okay, fine. No, because of all the practical effects and all that junk that we seen in the Gremlins and Goonies and all that stuff, that was all 80s. So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, that I think, and that type of darkness in a movie. Remember the first movie. Damn! The second movie. All right, guys. Sausage
nunchucks. Yay!
It's hammer time.
Ninja Rat. No, that's third. That's third.
That's third. But you see what I'm saying? You see what we got after that. The first movie. Raphael, my son. One day I will not be here. I'm sorry, Mr. Splinter. The next movie, go ninja, go. You see what I'm saying, right?
No, the first one. I have been trying to find the source of your anger, but I only see more. The further I get, the more anger it remains.
No, real talk.
No, that was some real talk.
Splinter,
that was a bar.
Spitting shit. I am trying to fix you, my son. And every time I dig, I find more hurt. And you saw how Raphael.
Man, I'll be real.
That was a man turtle.
It was a man turtle moment. He put his hand on him to let you know, I still love you, son. And you just saw Raphael. You saw the shoulders go up. Oh, Joe, it's actually a really
real
good
talk.
scene. Seriously,
now I want to watch the movie again.
For real talk, despite that, Splinter eternally wanted to do this to Raphael, though.
Let me tell you something.
Civil rights finger.
No, that wasn't the civil rights. That was the Hokkaido finger.
I need you to stop. With the ancient Japan finger.
Folks, inside baseball, when you turn 50 years old as a black man, your fingers go from this to this.
It's a grip. It's almost like this. One dude, look, no, it was so funny. Older dude at my job, like, all right, Wayne. Like, you don't want to step
I'm trying it right now.
Harris.
I'm trying it now. This is
older
so
nigga
much.
At my job.
This is so much heavier.
See, when you're older, you're gonna have the dexterity in your fingers for some reason.
But nah,
I had an old nigga at my job, Chris. He was like this. All right, Wayne. Oh, you don't want to fuck me, nigga. Like, look, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna fuck your old ass up. That like you, unless you went to Vietnam and got one of them death grips, he just started cracking up. See, you already know what I'm talking about. I ain't scared of you, bro.
No, but so like basically, Quaid gets to recall after his boy tells him not to go, and he goes anyway. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Getting an X-rated. I mean, that's Werner Hoeven because it happened to RoboCop, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yes,
and
in fact, it was because
2 reasons.
It was 2
reasons. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say because of all the graphic, violent scenes in RoboCop, it almost got an X rating. All they had to do was just go back and trim like literally 2 seconds out of
they had to do that in here too.
Out of 2 that's why they redid scenes, just to slide it right under the X rating and keep that R.
Yeah, because wasn't the Air 209 thing kind of redone to keep it?
No, they cut it.
I thought they kind of toned down the shooting, like they cut, like he got shot a couple times and then they just cut it. And
they literally just cut it. They just cut out the scene because they already filmed it.
Okay,
like same thing with Alex Murphy. When Alex Murphy got gunned down, we saw that be way more brutal than the one that we've seen back then. And I ain't even gonna talk about the made for TV.
I had a Mandela effect with that thing. I think we talked about that where I was like, I could have sworn they showed him getting shot to shit so many times, and I was like,
they did. Just like
I'm saying the violent one, not the one that's on TV. That's what I was like.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about the violent one where remember Alex turned around and we see the bloody stump from his hand. They cut that part out, and we didn't see that again until the Blu-ray re-release.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that with Total Recall because there's so many moments.
Total Recall, they cut out what they cut out there, Chris, was the airport scene. They cut that down, and they cut down the final scene where everything was going haywire and all the rest of that shit. They had to cut the death of the black dude. They cut out a part that was going to kick it over Raiden X. It was probably going to show that shit going into his side or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
But they cut a bunch of stuff out too. And because of the reason errors, like you just said, because of RoboCop, that was one of the main reasons why Arnold not only joined on to this shit, but he really pushed for Verhoeven to be the director.
Oh, he wanted Verhoeven to do it.
He wanted Verhoeven to be director because he's like, it'd be great if you did what you did with the RoboCop, but you do it with me. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you a better person. like
all right, Arnold, you got it.
And we'll go work out every day.
And here's the thing about Arnold. Arnold is deceptively smart. Like, I think a lot of people don't really realize. We see the muscles.
I never felt he was dumb, though. That's the thing.
Think about it, Chris. We see the muscles. We hear the. We get all that. You know what I mean? We see that and we think, oh, this nigga's a goofball. He ain't gonna do nothing. I really want to sit down and talk about the down in California right now.
But my thing was,
yo, what the fuck?
But you're right. But like, I think even as a kid, I caught on to that because it was like I never felt Arnold.
Harris is over there. Put the cookie down. Go now.
Because my thing was, I think
that we know what it is. We don't know shit.
It was the camera shake. Dude. I'm sorry.
But I know. But like I think the only reason why people felt that way was because they saw Arnold as a persona and not a person.
Exactly. Yeah. You know who you want to know who the main culprits of that bull crap?
Comedians?
No.
Not comedians.
Who? Film crickets.
Crickets. Hollywood directors.
And it's
hi everybody. 3 Black Geeks. We're actually film critics here in Washington D.C. We have been serving. We've been doing reviews for the last 12 years, and we hope to always do this for pretty much the remainder of our lives because we actually like films and we actually like to critique and say what needs to be better and what enriches us ourselves. Arnold's a dumb prick. It's like nah. But that's what it's. But think about it, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Narrative, because a lot of that's how the narrative shifted on critics, where it's like you're a critic, nobody cares what you think. And that went to shit. That really went to shit like in the late 90s, when we had all these blockbusters which were legit bone stupid, make money, and all of a sudden, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You said 2 thumbs down. I happen to like all of Bad Boys. Fuck you, Roger Ebert. And a lot of everybody's name kind of went down because of that shit. And of course, there are some actors who took a lot of what the critics said to heart for some strange reason. But probably because they couldn't act. But
as you do.
Hey, Aaron, thank you for making that look, because I'm pretty sure one or two of them like, how dare you call me a bad actor? And Jay Sherman the living shit out of their ass. Well, you are a bad actor. No, I'm not, because blah 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 blah. You know, but Arnold got a lot of flack for that. I mean, Stallone got a lot of flack for that too.
I'm about to say, have you seen the last 5 movies of your career?
But even past that though, like for me, like Stallone, I always felt was smart, because like when I heard even as a kid that he wrote Rocky, I was like, well, he can't be dumb, because to write a whole script like that, and like, you know, it was like, because again, Stallone, much like Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's like we said as much when we talked about Copland, like that was the one that critics were up Stallone's ass, like, oh my god, he's so great. And it's like, well, yeah, he always acted.
Who knew all he had to do was put on 20 pounds,
wear sandals and act.
Wear sandals and suddenly he's taking seriously.
That's
when I wanted to say, how many line deliveries did you deliver that were good? How many just today? How many?
I think with Stallone, you know why Stallone got it? Because the 90s, and we talked about 2 of the movies.
Stopping my mom shoot.
It ain't really good for Stallone in the 90s. Is really not that great.
Oscar.
It was a weird detour. Stallone took a really weird detour in the 90s. That's all I can say.
Look, Stallone and half of the what happened to Stallone happened to Eddie Murphy for half of the 90s and half of the 2000s.
Like, how is it that
the exact same thing?
Like, how is it that they just, you know, in Bugs Bunny terminology, take a wrong turn at Albuquerque and you end up with these movies?
Number one, the best thing
your biggest rival literally tricked you into doing one of the worst movies in history.
Now,
a movie that he was never going to do.
Arnold fared better.
Absolutely. Because Arnold always had it. Arnold always had it, not only in his contract, but he always made sure that he spoke with the director before even signing on to do the movie. I want to be a star. I want this movie to make me a star. Mm-hmm. He's always want the movie, any movie that he's involved in, he has to be a star coming out of it.
Mm-hmm. And I can respect it. And
even if the movie is terrible.
Exactly. He wanted control of where his destiny was within the film itself. And I am all for that.
And it's smart. It is very smart.
To his credit, was more,
hey, I know this character says this, but you know what would be better than you do that. Yeah, let me think about it. Look at his character. He's a man. He would do that. He would do that.
You know, Mr. Stallone, you're right. Yeah, you got to make it better. Also, if we go take a tracking shot right here, we check this. You know what I'm saying? He knew what everything around him was. Now, the problem about that was Stallone didn't make a lot of friends when he was like doing the half directing shit all through the 90s. So yeah.
I mean, but when he gets to Recall, and like D said, the secretary has the whole changing her nails and all that stuff, and she's looking at, you know, Arnold like, hey,
I'm about to say tech that I see coming in the next 20 years.
I wish it was
now. I don't think we're there. I don't think we're even that close there.
20. I'm saying
20 is being nice. Actually, I'll give you 20. I'll give you 20 on that one. But he went in there, you know, of course, he went to the whole back and forth. You want to go to Mars, you want to go here, you want to go there. All right, fine. We finally take it there. But you know what? For 300 credits, how would you like to take our ego trips? What are you talking about? Think about it. We can make you a sports star, a rock star, athlete. We can make you a spy.
My man pointed at secret agent.
My nigga knew exactly what he wanted.
He knew what the assignment was.
I want to be a secret agent. That's my That's my nigga. Sit down. Now, little bit of symbolism. When he gets sit down there, he's about to go under and all the rest of that. The doctor that he's talking to, her name is Dr. Lull. Do you know what lull means? It means to go to sleep. Means to go to sleep. When Arnold wakes up and he's all, what are you doing to me? Doing all that rest of that crap. You notice that he doesn't call her Dr. Lull. He says, Renata, what do you want? Renata, if you go to that name, the meaning of Renata is rebirth or to be born.
Mm.
Symbolism. Anyway,
quite a bit of
it. So 2 things, Chris. Even off of that, it does go, oh shit, this is real. Or, oh, I think you stuck in there, nigga.
Well, they mentioned about one guy that they mentioned about the one guy that got lobotomized from it, and even his boy sat there and told him not to go to recall. Mentioned that as the reason and stuff. So it goes into that other theory of just like the doctor in the hotel was telling him, like, well, you're in a dream. You know, you kill me, you're going to be stuck here.
Wait, no, even better, sir. Even when Arnold brought it up to the sales guy about the dude getting lobotomized, he says, "Is that the same sales pitch that you gave to the man you lobotomized?" And hold on, the reaction that he gave him, he gave him that smile, pointed at him, and I swear to you, he should have just told him. Nobody talks about, like, listen, the guy that we lobotomize is ancient history. Nobody remembers him. Nobody cares. The bottom line is the bottom line.
Stop. Nobody's going to know the reference that you're making right now.
Oh, yes, they will.
First off, I was going to say House Party 3. Goddamn. Child's Play 3. Second of all, the second you went into... He's ancient history. Like, shut up, Eris.
No. CD. This is Eris when he made that joke.
Eris, do you think it's going to be funny? Well, no risk.
No reward. Leroy Jenkins.
Hey, I'm sorry. There was a Child's Play reference in this. What the hell? So
speaking of what the hell,
watch this fall.
I gotta be honest with you. Screaming Arnold noises while a muscular dude is like kirking out on folks is funny as shit. Because
that now I have to be.
I feel real. Society thinks roid rage is like that essentially.
Now
my name isn't Quaid.
The person that they had Quaid be in the story, if you read the original story, was a fumpy dude. I hate to be this person. He's probably gonna look kind of like me. But let's just be real.
Well, let's be real.
Let's just be fine. I'm handsomer. I actually got muscle tone and shit. So I don't think it was that. We're looking at somebody like Elon Musk territory.
No. It's kind of like when they did that. It's kind of like when they did that Jack Reacher movie and they got Tom Cruise. And I'm like, first off, you don't match none of the description of Jack Reacher from the book, Cruise, at all.
There was something else I also wanted to point out. It was when he's hearing all of these package ideas and package deals for the Ego trip, as well as, like the whole recall package. When I think it was when the girl, like when the lady had mentioned, we have this thing, we have this thing with aliens, like that seems to be all the rage. I was waiting for Arnold to say, oh no, I heard about the one. Like there was this one guy, he had an encounter with an alien and he had to cover himself with mud. And that's how he was able to get away from him as well as fight him.
Cut! God damn it, Arnold! That was not in the Paul. Think about it. If we connect the universes together, stop. No one wants to see a whole universe of movies together. Never, ever in the history of cinema, from here into the future, no one wants to see movies connected to other movies. No one.
Hold on. Or not.
Wait.
Hold
on, Arnold, right there. I guess you're right.
Now, there was that one. Or
Arnold, thank you, Chris. I just see Arnold disheveled going back.
There was that one, or he could have also said, well, wait a minute, who's behind that particular project? It wasn't Hyperdyne Systems, is it?
Boo! This movie was 2.5 seconds away from saying Wailing Yutani. It was 5.
It was.
Boy. All right, there is that.
I don't know what. No, I
Hold
really
on.
don't. No, I don't know what would have given it away. The fact that the fact that 80% of the cast sounded like they were 80-yard.
Now, Eris, I do have something that is going to make you happy. Now, I meant to get it, and I learned this from another YouTuber. The keypad that they had in the I think it was in the Dream Place or whatever. Got what it was. I think it was the airport. But the keypad that they had in that junk, actually, it was the airport. The keypad that they had in the airport looked exactly like the keypad that was in Die Hard 2. And I'm with the dude that said it. This is the same universe. Die Hard 2 and Total Recall.
Die Hard.
Same universe. And hold on, the dude that actually was there at Recall, his last name McClane.
McClane, yeah.
Hilarious. All right.
Total Recall making a connection to Die Hard that's just great.
That's funny to me. I think that's just one of those little nods. Like seeing how I said, no, don't mention the Predator, don't mention this, don't mention that. And then you do that little slick shit.
Yeah, I did. And like I said,
that's what I'm saying. That little slick shit makes it in there.
All I did was I referenced an Arnold movie in like the most innocent way.
I just like the fact that they sedate his ass, throw him in a taxi, and this is our taxi of the future.
How you doing?
Sounds about right.
Is that the Scarecrow? Is that the dude that played the Scarecrow in the original?
I don't know. It's just. I just kind of feel this is the most whitest future ever because all the taxi drivers are just white.
Oh, he's going to call you. And look, all three of us get into a taxi cab. Huh? Colors today.
Thank you, Tevin. Yes, the VCU, RoboCop, Total Recall, and Starship Troopers.
The VCU. That sounds like a venereal disease.
So basically, after OCP,
Virginia Commonwealth University. That's what that is.
So after OCP runs roughshod over Earth, it just transforms into Starship Troopers with that.
OCP just got bought out, sir.
By what?
Yeah,
Walmart.
I was going to say that Walmart.
Because remember, Wailing Yutani got bought out by Walmart.
I'm sorry, that still throws me off every time.
The fact that Walmart was able to survive for over 3,000 years.
Not me at all. It's like, all right, of course it did. Of course it did.
Like, you outlasted Costco and Target. Good on you, sir.
That's a win, sir. That's what
golf
we call
claps
a win.
to you.
That's what we call a win.
You know what, Chris?
Economics.
It's economics, sir.
I swear, every time I think the bars, that's Chris. You do this. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm just saying, like, there's something to be said about just everything about this movie that's just like, other than the one black guy. Man, this is a very white future.
Again, ADR.
Niggas in the future.
Again, ADR black guy. ADR.
But that also being said,
I'm not mad at it. It's like, yeah, all right, cool.
Now think about it, guys. Mutants, a corporation making sure people can't move, barely any black people. This is exactly the Mars that Elon Musk wants.
A cooning black guy that betrays everybody? Say it ain't so.
I mean, you see the betrayal.
I got 5 kids and it turns to 4 kids. Oh, shit. I was just lying to you, buddy.
Man, I'm just a happy black man that's glad he's in this movie.
I'm high on this coke right now. I mean, he look like he high on coke right now.
Listen, I really didn't want to trust the fact that Universe 7 Glenn Plummer is a taxi cab driver.
It was so funny. Do you know the saying?
Glenn Plummer?
Do you know
great value?
Here's me. I was like, hey man, they ain't Glenn Plummer.
Hug drink version,
nigga.
Hey Chris,
hug drink version.
Dog, don't do this. That is clearly the Colt 45. That nigga looked like his hair smells like cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a nigga like
that dude did this shit for minimum wage.
Nah, okay.
First yeah, of all, baby, I got the whole car smelling like Dracar Noir, baby.
Given the actor,
Black Ice, baby.
Given the actor being played by
I got 4 crowns in the back of the Cadillac.
The actor Mel Johnson Jr. That's who this is.
Yeah.
Has he been in other stuff? Because he feels like he's been on TV a lot.
He was in a bunch of stuff, bro. He was on the 20th Century, which was the Broadway music, 20th Century Broadway musical.
Oh, he's a stage actor.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, shit.
From Long Island.
That tells you he's an actual actor. If you're on stage, like that's some serious shit. No bullshit. Like that's
now, as far as movies go, not that many movies.
Okay.
But sorry, Broadway. He was in nice handful of movies. Same thing with movies. I mean, same thing with Broadway. He's had just as many Broadway shows as he's had movies.
So he's
his last
Broadway,
movie was the last movie he did was in 2004 in The Shadow of the Cobra.
My man said negatory.
I got nothing. Now, as far as TV, he was on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
What's his name again?
Mel Johnson Jr.
You've seen him before, Chris. I'm actually shocked. The dude that worked in the video store, haven't seen this Negro before.
Oh, shit. Now it's clicking. It's clicking now. It's clicking. Yeah.
I said Fresh Prince.
No, Deep Space Nine. He was in episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, this one right here, the Star Trek nerd of 3.
Yeah. It's that's why I said he seems like he's very TV, and looking at it, it looks very TV. I'm surprised you didn't know him as from New York Undercover. That's kind of shocking on that one.
Chris, do you know how many different niggas is on that show?
Thank you, dude. You said it for me.
And also, Chris, hell of a day we're having.
I was literally going to say, isn't it? Like, I was literally going to say that, like, you know how many folks is in New York Undercover?
I mean, every black person under the sun, basically.
I mean, every Negro imaginable. And then, until they got to that weird 4th season, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
3BG will never do New York Undercover.
Oh yes, we will.
But we are. I didn't know.
Chris.
I'm calling for it.
Okay, Chris, check this out. Mm-hmm. All right, now I want you to look at the Johnny Cab. All right, take off his hat and think deep and think Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, that's my man. The fucking the hologram dude that was medic hologram dude.
Yeah, Robert Picardo.
Okay, yeah. Now,
he's voicing it, and he's the model for it. I don't know why, because when I saw him and I heard that voice, I thought he was trying to do the guy who played the Scarecrow on Wizard of Oz.
Gotta be honest with you.
No, that's actually him.
The best moment for him in Star Trek, and you're gonna laugh at this, D. You remember in First Contact where Picard, in order to fucking get away from the Borg and buy time, he put the fucking hologram of him to go up against the Borg, and he was like, he was all doing all the medical stuff, and the Borg was like, the fuck is this shit? Just the most confused. I can help you out with that scarring, sir. And it's like, yeah, you're about to get killed, even though you're not really alive. But nah, like he gets into the cab, comes across his friend from there, and that's where the fucking events start going into full tilt, because he kills it's fight or flight at this point, because his boy was like, yeah, we're gonna go for a drink, all right.
And think about it. That's the famous stuff. What are you doing to me? Stop it! What
did I do? The fuck did I? Hold up, Arnold saying fuck is great as hell, because it's the emphasis on the fuck.
Thank you.
The fuck did I do? I'm like, god damn, like.
And one of the best parts about him being one of the best things I thought to myself, hey D, what would happen if that was one of your friends that would do that? Would you be the dude with the gun? I just imagine Chris is like, hey Chris, how you doing? Come on, Chris, I heard you with the boss.
Come on, man, I'll take you to get a drink.
All of a sudden, Aaron's just like holding you from the back. All right, D, we're getting out of here. What the fuck? What's going on?
No. You forget. We're 3 black geeks.
I leap out of the sky like Randy Orton.
Yeah, you forget we're 3 black geeks. Hey, Chris, we can do this hard way or the easy way. The easy way.
I like how you knocked the camera out.
No, I straight up did it. Put my finger. The easy way. Oh, we would have definitely did that. But here's the problem with me if Blackjacks, I would probably hit you way too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris bleeding.
Chris bleeding out.
Oh, shit. Hey, yo, Michael,
we didn't take it to the...
All right, so check this out.
I said, look, that is either strawberry jam or you bleeding.
Ronnie Cox is like, you know what? We can hook him up to some machines. It'd be fine.
What did you do to what's his name? What was his real name? Hauser? What did you do to Hauser? Man,
best friend.
D, that is either KC1 masterpiece or this dude is leaking.
Oh shit. All right, so check this out. I hit him.
Don't move him.
No. This is what you do. All right, so listen. I did what you told me to do. You gotta say that part. I did what you told me to do.
Actually, but I think I did it a little too well.
Best line ever. Devil in the blue dress. Don Cheadle was like, when Denzel came back, you killed him. Well, I mean, dude, he was moving around. I mean, you didn't say I couldn't kill him, so I killed him. It's the best moment ever. It's like in a serious ass movie, it was a dark ass joke.
I mean, could have been worse, Chris. Could have gave him the Mo Better Blues treatment.
Man.
You getting beat with the trumpet.
Well, that means you can't. Mo Better Blues had the most messed up ending. My man got punched in the mouth so bad he couldn't even play the trumpet for a while.
You want to know a messed up ending? Watch Bird. Watch Forrest Whitaker melt the whole screen with acting. And at the end of the movie where he's like, yeah, I can do, I still got, it's like,
D, first off, you didn't do the Forrest Whitaker half eye open, half eye
closed. First off,
we ain't going through that kind of struggle right now.
His eyes are.
Habibi firebombing, got a missile to. If some robbers come through, then
as Black people, we can make fun of Forrest Whitaker in so many memes because of that, and I'm pretty sure he knows about the jokes in some weird way.
Yeah, he has to. And every time he sees it.
How do you think I felt when we watched Black Panther the first time and I see him in them fucking African robes with the fucking half eye open, half eye closed? That fucked me up a little bit.
No. You know what I said? Well, the second I saw him, like, he not going to try on this accent. And he did it.
The street of the Black Panther.
The street of the Black Panther. Stop. I can hear the Brooklyn in your voice, Forrest. Stop it.
Hey, that's why Killmonger killed him was funny, because Killmonger was like, bet.
Man, talk your own voice, nigga. I'm sorry. If Michael B. Jordan was this much cooler, he would have started dropping the M-bomb in that joint. What y'all niggas doing in here, man?
Michael B. Jordan already had the exaggerated swagger of a black youth, so you know.
I'm about to say he already had the exaggerated swagger of a black man that actually dated more than 2 black women. So you know, we just ignore that Michael B. Jordan banged white girls for a while, right? We just y'all black girls just ignore that part of his life, right?
Unlike his BFF Majors, he knew when to get the fuck away from white women.
No, he did. I believe Michael B. Jordan has a secret white girl. He just do this to the wall and it falls out for him when he needs it, like a Murphy band.
Nah. He definitely stays away from white women. You know,
I don't know.
He's trying to beat those allegations.
Nah. It's like this. What we do in the dark, Chris, is not seen by.
That's why Lori Harvey dumped his goofy ass. He's like, you like anime, nigga? Nigga.
No, Lori Harvey is a black hole, and no one wants to admit that she's a black hole because God forbid you say anything wrong about a black woman in this day and age. But for whatever reason, oh, she's not a hoe. She's motivated to find the right man. No, every man she get with finds out, oh, you basic.
She fighting around the world. That's all she's doing, like Russell Crowe.
Did she get with Future? And Future's like, nah, nigga, we was just fucking. Why you still here?
She got with Future. She got no. It was somebody else. She was tempting to get with Future, and it was just like, nah, I'm good.
And somebody's like, nah, y'all can't be talking about Lori Harvey. I was like, I'm sorry. Stop. Does she make jokes like her dad? No, shut up. to shut the fuck up.
Just say black woman entrepreneur. That's
what
about
did
it.
she do?
Black capitalist.
Black woman entrepreneur. You got to respect that. I know hundreds of them, nigga. Don't start that. You know 4 of them, and you call them bitches.
And they're all on Pop the Red Balloon. I have a business, and I have 3 other jobs at the same time because gotta keep busy.
Eris, you see what you did to Chris?
You broke me. You broke me.
See what you did to Chris?
Again.
Only thing I need is the eye patch, and I'll be Broken Snake. Incel.
No. You're punished CJ.
That's punished CJ.
You're like, how am I punishing myself? Well, Chris, you put on one of those little cock sleeves and that jerk off, and you watch white porn.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of punished, my man Arnold beats the bejesus out of all those 4 guys in the most Arnold way that you
killed a couple of them too.
Yes, he did. Some of them are in the hospital. May not live to see the light of day. I think it's worse to get shot in the kneecaps by Arnold and you're just left there to bleed out or possibly go to the hospital in agony.
No, that nigga's dead. Him, that fat dude, and Dean Norris are dead. Yeah, Dean Norris is in here. Dean Norris with hair is in here. Hank with hair is in this movie.
Dean Norris of hair. Dean Norris of hair is DLC. All right, come on. That is DLC.
I like how Dean Norris has been, real talk, y'all. He has been a 5 his whole career and only stepped it up to a 6 for Breaking Bad, but now he's legendary.
Dean Norris.
That is timing. That is timing.
Dean Norris hit that the sitcom era style of like, so I'm just a chubby guy that gets with a hot wife. All right, cool.
I'm a blue collar guy.
Blue collar.
Okay.
Do I work for UPS? Am I a delivery driver? Am I postal service? What am I?
Yeah. They waited until what season was that? Season 5?
Yeah.
To finally make Dean act.
How many times did he put down that book and your boy Gilligan, God damn it, cut. Dean, you're doing it wrong again. What am I doing wrong? No one believes you. You gotta look like you're just that retarded. Ugh. Look what he put down that book. It told me everything.
That's what made it weird. That's what made it weird seeing Dean in the Tyler Perry movie being a sort of racist army official, where it's like, I mean, I guess I buy it. Sure.
One of the best lines he ever did was in American Dad. He was playing the head security guard. Stan was taking the summer job as a security guard, and he was at a campus. And he was like, "All right, we got all these things from he said we got this and this. Oh yeah, and the theater is actually playing not the theater. I'm sorry, and the drama course they're actually playing New Jack City. Oh, that sounds good. Yes, it does sound good, and there are still tickets available.
God damn.
Meaning nobody was watching them niggas do that shit.
Ain't that a bitch? It's like, God damn.
Oh man. But anyway. So my man decide. So finally best thing, goes to the hotel. Dude has a suitcase in that. This is where I thought he's dreaming this shit. Mm-hmm. Just so happy he's get a call. Dude has a suitcase with his whole background. Like, yeah, he opens the joke up, he sees himself. You're me.
Hold up. Before that, the guy that he talks to is some random white dude, disheveled white dude that sits there and says, "Hey, I have your briefcase. You're the one that told me here." And he asked him for answers.
Who are you?
And he's like, "Nah, buddy, you just told me to drop the suitcase off. I'm going home. So y'all have fun. Assalamu alaikum. I'm out."
Go with God.
Basically.
So he goes,
I'm white. I'm Dwight. I'm out.
So he lifts that joke up and tells him, he sees a whole batches of him and he's freaking the fuck out that, oh my God, I really am a secret agent. Get your ass to Mars.
Secret agent, man.
That was actually one of the things that I felt that was missing.
So first off, when he's in the hotel, my man tells him to put a wet towel to disable the device, that tracking device on him. Because of course, if you're part of an agency, formerly part of an agency, they put a tracking device on you. So Yeah, go ahead.
Water and cloth is all it takes.
Feels very racist.
This is a dream. This is a dream.
No. I feel this is very real because white people love doing racist ass shit in the most annoying way. So they put a towel on his head. See, turban. You see, it's real.
Chris,
It's real.
I'm talking about the transmitter. I'm not talking about the racism that the white people do in this movie. I'm talking about the goddamn trick.
All around his head. That was the excuse.
No, I'm saying you mean to tell me cloth and water.
Yeah, disables the.
Can block a radio signal.
It's the future. It's Elon's future. It's shitty tech. All right, come on. Just work with me here.
Hey, Chris, I'm doing this not because you said it was future, but you said Elon's future.
What's that, Nick?
Because this is what Elon thinks of the future.
I think he actually does think this, to be honest with you. Just gotta make sure there's no towels under.
I'm gonna be real.
Nobody gets that preference.
And I think y'all can agree with me on this. It is amazing to me to see, especially people in the tech industry or whatever, really take the wrong messages from these type of films and products and stuff. In the work, it's like you saw Terminator. AI and all that stuff is not good. Why are we pushing this again? Like, did you not learn the lesson here?
Well, Chris, good example. You and I went to the same church.
Yeah.
How many people be running red lights when it comes to breaking all of the commandments?
Every day.
And still got the nerve to say, I am one with God.
Oh, no. I hate gay people. That's
that part. That's more.
But they love God, and God loves everybody. But apparently, gay people.
Fuck the gays. Fuck the gays. The second you go back door, God closes that door. The favorite one, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
I swear, even as a Christian, I always hated that bullshit.
I did too. My only thing with this, my thing is
Adam, Steve, and Eve. Like the fuck? The throuple now? Like.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Adam. How you doing? Oh, my God. Let's just have sex all day. Are you going to watch this, God? God's going to watch. He's nasty. Steve, you can't be saying
apparently this snake over here loves watching people.
You just like watching this, don't you, guys? Come over here. Come over here, Adam. Look, Steve, I got a headache today, man. I don't feel like doing this.
But nah, I like how they're doing all this.
Name the plants today. I don't feel like.
So he's escaping. He busts out the fucking gets in the taxi and just rips out the dude, throws it in the back and drives to this construction area, right? So this is where, very gnarly scene to me. When he takes out the tracker, he says, take this gun, jam it in your nose, and it'll do the rest.
I can't make the look because he took it's like a golf ball. It's really literally like a golf ball coming through your nostril.
That has to hurt.
That was
because you see it go through the eye area, like it's going through the nasal passage, and I'm like,
and you can tell when the practical effects kick in because all of a sudden it becomes girthy and just puppet like that.
Yeah. So when he gets it out, turns out it's a ball and it opens up. It's like a little device and stuff. And he's eating chocolate, puts the tracking device in the chocolate, throws it at the rats. A lot of rats in that area.
As you do.
And basically the guys that get there and they're shooting out of it. He's over there. He's over here. And they're like, oh, it's the rat. And they shoot the rat and it's all blood on there when he says, get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars.
There was something I wanted to ask you gentlemen about earlier, like prior to Quaid freaking out or Hauser or whichever. When he was being told why it was best to just take the recall trip or the ego trip, and he says, besides, you know how it is to take an actual vacation, like it's a pain. Lost luggage, lousy weather, and and crooked cabs. And I go, so nothing, so the travel industry never changed,
never evolved.
Same thing. Shitty service and shittier service. Is that what you're trying to say, right?
I mean, think about it. Like Sharon Stone,
the stuff we deal with in current year, 1990 and current year still exists.
Like I think the idea,
2084.
I tell you what's scary to me. The fact that their idea of fun is instead of doing a cruise on the waters, which in and of itself is a bit scary, because the boat can sink, but you're going to do a cruise in space. That's even more scary.
Lost in space.
Because think about it. What happens if the ship or whatever you're on breaks down in space? Then what?
Well,
first off, you're right.
And hey, Chris, if you want to know, we can ask the 8 astronauts that survived in recent years.
You, sir, stop.
I will not.
I will fucking have you contained, nigga. Why you got to say shit like that?
Because, as I have said so many times throughout the years of us podcasting, we have been a witness. We have been a witness to 4 once in a lifetime financial disasters. We have been a witness to all of the most disastrous things that have taken
white shenanigans, if you will.
So much white shenanigans, and about 90% of the things that have taken place, all preventable.
Yeah,
all could have been prevented.
It's like poetry, so if they rhyme,
and so
it's racism.
With all that being
said, did you say spacism?
I said space racism.
No.
Oh,
so with all that being said, with all of that being said, you're going to get these jokes.
Oh yeah, the jokes are going to come. I mean,
I'm not saying you. I'm just talking about the situations when they arrive. They're getting these jokes.
Yeah, we have here's the thing.
I was really hoping I could have asked one of them. So is it like an interstellar thing? Were you really floating around out there for what seemed like maybe an hour, but it's been months down here for us?
I'm gonna ask the question we all thinking. How many times all y'all fucked up there?
First off, I need to add.
Come on.
Well, no, they all went. No, D. D. First of all, they all came back down in little Saiyan space pods, if you will. Landed in the water and everything.
Well, opened up after.
Well, yeah, that was after. Still, opened up the hatch. One came out.
Y'all were left in space for that long. How'd you feel? Hungry.
I got wonder though. So space travel to Mars, very quick.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, it's the future.
We are living in the future.
Eric, Chris, you got to realize this technology is 50 years away.
It's 2084.
But the technology, while great, again, this movie has technology is great, and then it shows why technology is flawed because my man Quay rolls in there as a fat middle-aged white woman that watches supermarket sweeps and cuts coupons,
and it malfunctions.
Sir, first off, that is really effed up for you to think a white woman like this would be watching Falcon's Crest, eating all the chocolates in the house. That's really rude of you, Chris.
She eats what was it, fiddle faddle?
That's a good one.
She don't own
that's a good one.
A single washcloth in that house.
She has a bar of soap and that's all they use.
Oh, y'all remember the not
has a lifetime supply of Fig Newtons.
I think if you cut her, Briars would bleed out.
Briars.
Which flavor Briars?
Neapolitan, of course, sir.
Sir.
First pink, then white, then brown.
Basic
then pink, then white, then brown.
No.
Basic bitch of ice cream.
Both of y'all are wrong. You see, it's 2084. Briars hasn't existed for 60 years.
I hate it when Eris is accurate. So I got a question. So Ben and Jerry's is gonna still be around?
No, Ben in 70 years.
Let me ask y'all this. I have a theory about this. Every black household has at least had this type of ice cream at least one time.
Blue Bunny.
No.
Blue Bunny.
No.
No, I'm talking about her. In her case, is Blue Bunny.
Nah.
Did y'all
ever have the tub of Neapolitan ice cream in your freezer?
Yes.
I have 3 sons. What makes you think I didn't have that within the last 3 years? I'm sorry, stop that. What makes you think I didn't have that within the last 8 months?
I swear to you, that was something that was a staple of my house for a while.
Nigga move.
Man.
Let me go to the Giant, spend this $10 for this
a big tub.
Ice cream.
Yeah, the bucket.
That lasts like a fucking month and a half and shit. And here's how nigga it is.
Niggas.
You want to know the last? You want to know the one flavor that's like the last left that nobody wants to touch?
Now hold on. This changes the
chocolate.
No, it changes
in our house
up in every house. It changes up in every house. In my house, my mom and my dad shaved years off their life. Fucking with that chocolate. Like I knew people that you go into there, the only thing left was strawberry. And I'm, as a kid, me, I like strawberry.
Strawberry's great.
I don't like the strawberry now because I can taste the artificial pink they put into it now. But back then when I was a kid,
strawberry, sir.
Back then when I was a kid, didn't remember that shit. Just, you know what I mean? So
back then the ice cream was pure,
Yeah, we were still getting that out of we were still getting that out of actual cows at that time.
Remember that was Breyer's selling point was pure 100% milk dairy ice cream.
We actually put our hands on the udders and pull. Unlike those sons of bitches that
Ben and Jerry's.
No. Hey Chris. From the cow to the tub.
From the cow to the tub to your home.
Dude, Breyers really were like swinging their dick around like they were the bougiest ass ice cream ever and shit. Like everything else was just underneath. Edie's, fuck you, Edie's.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Edie's to me to this day. Edie's to me to this day is made for white women who are divorced. I don't think anybody.
So meaning our chick that Arnold dresses up as, basically.
Yeah.
No, it's still 88. She's still eating that good humor, boy.
Oh yeah, she is.
When good humor meant something.
I don't know.
Actually, you know what?
Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs vanilla.
Now hang on.
Look,
that would mean that Haagen-Dazs survived all the other brands of ice cream.
I'm going to say yeah, because Haagen-Dazs is the motherfucking McChicken of the
Ford Tough built ice cream.
That is the Ford F-150 of ice cream.
The 2014.
It could be a shitty year,
and you're
still going to get that.
The 2014 F-150.
Dog, it could be a crit. Like, dog, man. I know one of you can't be a Raptor. Shut up, you basic nigga.
When Arnold sat there and was getting there and did the smile and the white dude being like a little weird, but okay. How long you gonna be? Do you have any fruits or vegetables? 2 weeks. And I'm like,
2 weeks. Now, D had one good question.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see the software we have right now.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the AI in that time? You just see somebody 2 weeks. How did it function? What made it misfunction? It's like the director wanted something cool to happen.
We need to see something cool happen.
Let's do the.
We need shenanigans to happen.
Now that being said, Eris, I don't have a picture of it.
Will.
I do not have a picture of it, but when he took off the head and came off like that, I have to tell you something, Verhoeven. This movie cost $65 million, equivalent to $300 million now.
No, it didn't.
Dog.
No, it didn't. It cost $84 million.
Oh, God, I thought it was 60. All right, whatever.
It was technically between 40 and 80.
Oh, but you're dealing with a movie that will be about $400 million now.
Yep.
That's what you did with the whole thing opening up like that.
That was dope. It still is dope. Shit.
That still looks good. That's incredible, man. You know what?
Still is.
Here's the thing. Here's the fucked up part. Before somebody said this, we have said this before on 3BG. Can you do that effect now? Yes, and it'll probably look 10 times better. Here's the problem.
It won't age as good.
Number two, that too.
It will not age. It won't age like that.
It won't age the same. Now, I will say there are some practical effects we've been seeing in the last 10 years. Time would tell, but I'm with Eris.
They don't age the same.
They don't.
And number two, producers are incredibly cheap. Now, we've always talked about where back then they did this. A movie like this, which actually we're seeing practical effects, but there's actually predated CGI in this movie when no one wanted to deal with CGI. They didn't know how to deal with it. Nothing. Good example is the X-ray scene. Now, the X-ray scene.
Oh, X-ray scene is still dope as shit.
It's dope. You want to know why it looks that good? That wasn't CGI. That was animated. All of that, what we saw, was hand drawn.
That's great.
Yeah, I know. And guess what?
Something that current day studios never want to do again.
And you want to know why? Here's Paul Verhoeven. Hey, money. Paul, how good was it? It took them weeks. It cost so much money.
Giant computers in a room.
Yeah, because back then,
it was shot on film.
Boy, dog, that was expensive as fuck. But here's the thing: you probably say, "Wait, the computers couldn't do it back then." The computers tapped out trying to do that scene. I am not kidding you. They fried computer hard drives trying to do that, Joe, and they quit. That's why it had to get delayed. And finally, somebody's like, "Can we just draw this shit?" That's gonna be expensive as hell. Do it.
No.
So
they shot the primarily this movie was shot in Mexico.
Yeah, they shot in Mexico City.
That makes sense, actually.
The subway station was straight out of Mexico City. Some parts of there was straight out of Mexico itself. So yeah, they shot it on. They shot it on cheap as much as they could.
They mostly shot it in like studio sets in Mexico.
That makes sense.
They kept it as cheap as possible.
I mean, they gave you
because they knew this junk was going to cost millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
But when you think about it, like, some of the special effects definitely didn't age well. Whenever you see Ronnie Cox with the Mars background, that looked so blue screen as fuck.
Oh, dang, do I got that picture? Oh, no, I don't have it.
Please tell me. Okay, because there are moments where it's like blue screen as shit. And I'm like,
boy, it's one of the things where I was going to pull that out to be a smart ass to errors. Come on, D, we're not making practical effects. I was going to pull that bad boy out. And Errors like, okay, D, that's different.
It's like,
that's not the same. You know it ain't.
Nah, I knew there was something.
It's a bad effect.
No, I know there's some things. There's some things you definitely had to cheat in a way.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
No, I mean, is it distracting? Sure, but
because when you're working in the time frame, the year that you're working in, the technology that you have, this is between 1988 and 1990.
Yeah.
What technology could you even hope to achieve of pulling something like this off? And you wonder why this movie sat in development hell for 16 years.
Because it's a lot. I mean, it's ambitious shit to do.
It was going to be ambitious no matter what time you was going to put the movie out. It was going to be ambitious. It was going to be heavy as hell, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that this sat in there for that reason, man. So head goes off, gunfire. That's the one thing that this movie is full of, gunfights.
My man shoots the window. Everybody gets, like, 3 of the security guys get sucked out. Their contingency, big fucking doors come down that close it and, keeps everybody from getting sucked
Open the door. No, we can't. Open it up. Open it up. We can't. What? It opens all of them up. Here's me. Flawed science.
It makes no sense.
There's no way in the world you have it so we can close out all and not just one. In the future, that's pathetic.
Also, that's some shitty ass glass. If I'm in a freaking planet where I die if I go outside, I would have that glass be like quadruple proofed or something. Like
no, Chris. When you live on a planet where a 22 caliber bullet.
Not even a fucking hollow point, just a
regular hollow point, not a 9mm, not a 45, just a 22 snub.
A future 22.
No.
Future bullet.
No, not even a future bullet. You happen to find Grandpappy's old snub and say, "Hey, let's see what happens." All of a sudden, the gun gets sucked out of the airlock.
Yeah, Granddad didn't have it like this back in the day.
Well, he did now. Like it totally happened.
That's the type of glass. If you look at it wrong, it breaks.
Man, that whole sequence.
We're living in the future where the glass is made out of sugar. Hong Kong, keep it so much. Hong Kong action movie sugar glass.
I mean,
hey, Chris slaps glass. This glass can hold a whole bunch. Oh Lord, yeah.
Dog, like nah, because it's just that whole sequence, and then he goes to the hotel. Now on the way, he actually ends up finding the chick that's there was Marina. Was it Marina?
Melina.
Yeah, Melina. Melina. Now, when he gets to the hotel and sees the thing that was in the block box, it said Melina, and he says, "Hey, can I borrow a pen?" And I guess it's a way to really show, oh, he really did write it himself. Because again, he's talking to him, his other persona. And when he writes Melina on the thing, it's like, oh shit, I guess it is me. Okay, oh shit. Cool. He gets to the place, and it's the most like clearly this is the lower end of exotic clubs, basically. Because it's very all encompassing. We got 3 titty women, we got midgets.
Chris, this is that back alley one.
I mean, Melina's probably the only high end one if you think. Well, next to the 3 titty chick, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's 2084. You're in Mars, sure.
Gotta be honest.
Why not? Why not?
As a kid, you see 3 titties. Ah, she has 3 titties. Now I'm like,
I'm looking at like, hey, do you get weird with that third one?
Remember, I told D this. I remember that remake. They were really hyping the shit out of the 3 titty chick. Like that's the reason why people like Total Recall. And I'm like,
we're like,
sure, I guess.
No,
it was more than just that, but sure, like
it was memorable.
Here's the kicker:
yeah.
The 3 titty chick in the remake is a downgrade from this one.
It ain't the same. It don't hit the same.
It feels it's too stylized. That's what it really hit for me. It was just way too stylized for me.
Because when you try, here's the problem. When you try to do a modern day take on a classic, it's very rare that you're going to exceed or become the master over said classic.
Yeah.
It's very rare. You'll look at it and say, oh man, that actually does look kind of cool, but you will always go back to the classic.
Yeah, because it's just like I said, it's just when they did the remake, I felt they stylized it too much to where it's like she looks like it's like what if an OnlyFans model went to a sci-fi convention and wanted to like spice it up and just like that kind of shit. Like
she walked in wearing a spare boob bag.
Or went to Comic-Con and was like, "See, guys, I'm a three titty woman in sci-fi Comic-Con, right?"
No, like, and that's why I mentioned the boob bag. It's literally just that one, like right there in the middle.
I think one of the Comic-Cons, like the chick did show up to Comic-Con when they were promoting Total Recall remake, and I'm like, I guess, sure. Like,
you gotta understand, there were a lot of white boys who were closeted that went to their grandparents' house that got to see this movie past their bedtime. And bows out, third one.
And suddenly they became men.
Sad, lonely men that became
very long meals. That eat TV dinners.
Throwing a hot dog in a sink.
Then get on the internet and get mad.
Sure. You saying hot dog in the sink, it turns me off from you want a goddamn hot dog now.
Hey Chris.
That's some sad shit right there.
Hey, and you know what they do, Chris?
So Chris, Chris, what it is? It's that moment from The Simpsons when the camera goes all the way back to Homer's house. You see the hot dog unthaw and then fall.
And it ain't even ballpark Franks. It's like the Great Value Franks
of hot dogs. That's what it says on top of the hot dogs. Nothing more.
Nathan's and ballpark are here. You get the lower end one where that's even more sad. It's like, damn, you couldn't even afford some ballpark.
That's one. Steve on American Dad. Yeah, like that's a sign, just like a sign of hot dogs in the sink is mom being overwhelmed by her period. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, I think you gotta realize that a lot of guys saw that, and that was the pinnacle of their childhood for some reason. They saw a third boob where one was supposed to be at. That just blew all of their minds.
He gets with Melina. They get to the hotel room, and he basically tells her, "Hey, I don't remember you. They erased my memory. I'm married," and she freaks out on, "You're married? Who is this woman?"
She's strong.
She's
yeah,
sir. It's what the new kids are saying. Demure.
Oh, she's
no. She's supposed to be she's a combination. I mean, she's a combination of sleazy and demure.
Yes. Yeah, because she's a whore, but at the same time, she's very mother-like and wants to make sure that you're okay.
I hate how Gen Z took demure and it made it a thing to where I was tired of that fucking word after a week.
When it became the thing on TikTok,
white people took it over. That's when I was like, hang it up.
I was super over it.
When white folks like Kim Kardashian took it over, I was like, well, it's time. It's over. It's done.
Can we stop saying that word?
Can we stop that? Did y'all even know what it means? Do you know what a dictionary is?
A month ago, you never even said it. It wasn't even in your vocabulary.
Well, suddenly,
suddenly some skank on TikTok says the word and then you just take it over.
No. What happens is a smart girl says it and some skank on TikTok who don't know the meaning of words.
D, I did not say it wrong because you got to think about it. If it was a smart person that said it, it would only get that much attention.
Well,
but hold on, Chris. But when a whore or skank says it, they get all the attention.
That's what happened.
You just repeated what I just said.
You just repeated.
No. Repeated what I just said.
No, I did not say that a smart person said it because the thing is, we don't acknowledge the origin where it comes from. We just follow the trend. Remember?
True.
Right, cool.
That's my point.
Sure, Eris. Shit on the.
I'm not, but I'm just telling.
On the trad girls, all you want.
Oh, absolutely.
No, trad girls don't.
It's no work because I say all that to say, stay woke.
Eris, do like this. I love the trad girls because trad girls to me are not on. Trad girls to me don't exist. Y'all don't. If y'all do exist, that means you're a pure epitome of white women. Do it for me, and I can still complain. That's what that is to me. That's what trad girls to me are. They're the ones that like, oh, poor black person. You're gonna give something to it? Ew, now. Like,
I remember when TradCon was a thing for a hot second.
I gotta say, Rachel Takami,
all these girls who were raised super Christian and then left. Look, very super Christian, left their homes, got with two guys that treated them like hoes, and now all of a sudden they got standards now.
The worst were the trad guys.
I find it amazing.
Those dudes are just virgins, and some of them are closeted gay. Okay, they're very not even beta. Like trad black men are some of the most militant black dudes ever, and it's like, nigga, it ain't that serious, bro. Now you gonna let your wife just walk around and you ain't holding her hand?
Sir,
calm down.
They all look like this.
Yes, they do. Or like that one nigga that I like, that was in there. He was all of the he was a bit the Berean. Like, yeah, I'm a world champion power lifter. Stop giving these men y'all numbers with their pants is dang like that nigga. It's like those traditional.
Remember how I think we talked at length about little people in movies, and I always bring up Warwick Davis. But it's just kind of amazing, this sleazy, exotic club is all encompassing, and we get, little people.
Yeah, too. That is that is a very famous little person. Or she would like to say, hot ass midget. That's what she would say. I didn't say that. God rest the dead. What's her real name? Eris would actually, no, Eris does not know her real name. I don't think Eris knows her real name. That is, what's her name? Christy something?
Debbie Lee Carrington.
Debbie Lee Carrington, yes. All right. She has done everything.
Was she in Willow?
Everything.
Was she in Willow?
No, she wasn't, but she was an Ewok.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
Yes, she was an Ewok.
Also, she was in Captain EO.
And R.I. Yep, she was Captain. I was going to say, dude, she had to have been in Captain EO. And R.I.P. to her. Gosh, March 23rd, 2018.
I feel,
and we also have a look, and also
hold on, wait. At the age of she was only 58.
Yeah, and also we have a very famous scene that she was in.
What the hell? What the hell?
Sorry.
You know what I remember her from?
You're covering your mouth. I'm not kidding you. She was the stuntman.
Yeah, she was.
She was. I remember.
I tell you,
for the Child's Plays. In the fourth Child's Play, she was Tiffany.
Yeah. You know what skit that she was in In Living Color that had me to this day?
Tiny Avenger.
Bro, I swear to you, Handyman and Tiny Avenger. That shit should not be as funny as it is, but every time I watch it, I'm laughing. It was the most funny ass shit ever. And I'm like, they would never put this out now. And I don't like saying that statement, but it's like, damn.
They should, because Handyman was a hero. But guess what he did? I beat the shit out of crime. He used to do this and fuck niggas up. And then Tiny Avenger, I like the one Tiny Avenger, she hopped off something like drop kick somebody. It was funny as hell.
It's the Handyman flying where he's like this. It is the CG background like Superman. Where
it's the stock footage of New York in the background. No, this is the best part. He's flying, flies off. Damon Wayans does have a section in hell for him, but Satan like, nah, you don't need to go to hell. That was a good joke, nigga.
That was a good joke. Tiny Avenger, I swear to you, me and my dad were in tears when she came out.
They could never do that joke today.
I think they couldn't. They couldn't because the main reason why is because I like how little people have the same problem that black people have. They can't stop calling each other midget, but at the same time, they fight anyone to the death for doing it. So they have the same problems that black folk got. Nigger, get him.
No, actually, I would be the one to say they would be all for the joke. It'll be everybody except them that gets offended.
That'd be funny because to me, little people for a long time, they like what here's the thing. I think everybody's against, hey, dude, the short jokes and you tossing around, it's over. It's not funny no more. That's degrading. Stop saying degrading shit to them. I think that's what they're just tired of. And they should be tired of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But where I find it very funny is I find it funny that they have the same problems that a lot of minorities have, where we are trying to excel, but there's still stuff holding us back. Because here's the thing, as much as we see little people on television now, I think the producers are back there cracking up, thinking it's all comedy. Look at him, he's so small. I guarantee you there's a dude at the Learning Channel with a bucket of popcorn trying to watch these niggas hop out of a Chevy.
Why a Chevy? Why a fucking Chevy, sir?
You know what I mean? Just a high sitting truck. Just see a little dude. To him, look at it, rewind it. I guarantee you, it's some straight up exploitation that they're still going through. So I understand why they have a lane with, and forgive me, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to use the word midget no more. I don't want to because I don't want to offend nobody. I'm just used to saying that shit because the word is funny, and y'all gotta admit when you say.
I gotta be honest with you though. I do think it's as much as I'm joking about it and stuff, it is kind of interesting how I joke about her not being in Willow, but I was like, damn, how many little people tried out for Willow and just didn't make the cut?
I think all the ones that made the cut are the ones that we've seen multiple times. I think if you made it on as an Ewok or on Willow, we know you for life.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, how many people of them didn't make the cut? And they're just like, damn, I had an opportunity to make something, Now,
that being said, though, I'm just going to put it out there. Just D.
You ever notice that Peter Dinklage is always by himself and there's no other little person around him?
Just throwing it out there.
He's cornering the market. He's trying to be.
Sounds selfish, D.
Hey, sir, he's the new Toxic Avenger.
Yes, he's Toxie. Wait a minute, he's going to be Toxie?
Uh-huh.
Fuck out of here. Why?
It is. You see the trailer, the teaser trailer for it?
All I saw was I didn't actually see how Toxie.
Oh, the teaser trailer is like wild. It's literally pure trauma. They are definitely like going for it.
So trauma still has a part of it. Well, I'm pretty sure they couldn't release none of the license without trauma being a part.
Because I mean they've been developing that movie for a while. It's just
minute. We're talking about this being 16 years. Toxic Avenger has been in developmental hell since the 90s.
Yeah,
they've been trying to do this for years.
If you think about it, like I can understand why it's not making the waves, because let's be real, Toxic Avenger and Trauma kind of like represent a certain level of a movie era movie. And even though James Gunn kind of takes a little bit of the Trauma stuff with some of the stuff that he does, it's not quite full tilt Trauma where it's like, I don't know, man. Like
because trauma movies, just calling the truth, they're shit movies.
Yeah,
there's some, and they're kind, and in a lot of sense, they're
endearing shit.
At least Kaufman is here to see it.
Yeah, I'm glad Kaufman's there to see it, man. Because like it's so funny. I love how that's how we are critics, because we have the utmost respect for trauma movies. I have respect.
Hey, look, you gotta know you gotta know your origins. Michael John White starred out in a trauma movie, so I'm just saying, like,
I the reason why I get along with our boy Mo is because I like, you have a something weird video tattoo. Yes, I do, dude. Okay, let me tell you, I have a short history with something weird. Really, D? Let me talk. Like, so it's like, I like the fact that we get the corners of hey, white people, we know it.
Now I like to say, so this whole process and stuff, but basically after this whole thing, he gets with Melina and stuff, and they decide, all right, we're gonna meet Quado, right? So they're running away, and they get to a point where they meet Quado. Well, they meet the one guy that at this point he's part of the resistance, and you find out, oh, I'm not Quado. And that's when you realize, when he opens his shirt up, he does this whole, and then boom.
Oh, Mr. Quaid,
open your mind.
Touch my hand.
Like,
gotta be real. If I saw that shit, I'd probably be like, first off, what the fuck is going on?
Second of all, so is he asleep? So is he awake?
Like, nah, that looks infected.
Need some big gauge?
Why are you wet?
What's wrong with your face?
Does peroxide exist in this timeline?
Why does it smell like almonds in here?
No, like here's the thing. Are those pubic hairs on your head? Or is that a part of the chest hair?
Lost it on almonds.
Like, hold on. No, seriously. Is that chest hair or pubic hair on his head?
Does anybody got any
baby hair, sir?
Does anybody got any orange slices?
I gotta be honest with you, man. The mutants in this movie, I gotta admit, I like how nowadays mutants are all sexy looking and stuff, X-Men and shit. They're like, nah, fuck it, you're getting the dirtiest of mutants.
Okay, Chris. That is
the back alley mutants.
That has been my biggest complaint of everything in sci-fi. Guys, listen to me, everybody. Women, men. You don't have to fuck it.
Thank you.
You don't have to fuck
My
it.
man, the taxi driver, pops his hand off and he got a whole fucking alien arm.
That takes away from the adventure of it all.
You don't have to fuck it.
Why do you?
It is okay.
The X-Men
is be what it wants to.
X-Men is.
You don't have to insert it. You don't know. You don't have to insert it. You don't need it to mount.
I want people to understand that X-Men.
This is everyone looking at you.
I want people to understand the X-Men is 98% good-looking people, and then the other 2% is characters like Maggot.
I like.
And this is the other 90%. And this is the other
Chamber.
90%. No, and this is the other 90% cover that D for telling them what to do.
Thank you. It's like the X-Men is beautiful people, and then you got Maggot over in the corner, like, damn, fuck me, right? Like, goddamn.
Yo, Marrow. Look, I like how Marrow
is beautiful.
Look, I like how Marrow got all this ugly shit on her arms.
She got some nice ass titties. She got some real
nice,
beautiful face. You know, it's like
look. No bull crap. Recently said.
No, that is a Jim Lee Marrow.
Recently said, My Sons by Otis. I mean, she is cute like a motherfucker.
My middle son. Well, she's a mutant. That's why. You see what has happened to our youth.
Well,
the youth are all right from what you're saying.
Listen to me. I'm not saying we can't make our thing sexy. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this. What has happened to the fear that was what's inside of all of us?
I'll tell you what happened to it.
It got sexy and it got a booty.
No. For the first season, we all thought that Leela was an alien. When we find out that she was a mutant, and we said, I'll still beat.
All bets were off.
We weren't the same. We were never the same after that.
I mean, I'm just.
Do we have to? No, guys, y'all are overlooking it. I'm not saying that we can't get our rocks off. Come on. We're men. We built the pyramids, made cars, made penicillin. We're men, okay? All right, we want stuff like that. But I'm just
saying, polio.
I'm just saying, you don't have to whip your dick out and put it in there.
What I'm saying is,
Chris, shut the fuck up. You don't have to do it.
Not even mutant Brian Thompson.
Ew, no. Let's see. Let me turn around real quick.
With the half face.
No.
With the half face where it's like, damn, who mutilated you? But you're a mutant. It's all messed up and shit.
Chris, if it was done today, that one girl who had the one eye jutted out, all this looking like she seen the surface of Venus. You know what I mean? Her. You know what we would do to her now? Give her the fattest, juiciest Latino booty.
Dude,
that's what we would do now.
The little girl that's a precog, she wouldn't even have a mutilated face. She would just had a scratch, like she got hurt, like she just got scratched by a cat. And it's like, that's her mutant powers.
Mutation, but you're still a beautiful girl.
Thank you. It's like,
we need to tell everybody.
She's a walking sunflower.
We have to.
Fair point.
Just saying.
Fair point.
She look, Chris, Aaron, stop that. That girl looks like a whole melanoma. Don't do that.
Points were fair on that one.
My God, yeah. I'm just saying, we don't. You know, there's Rule 34.
But that's why I said
Quado somewhere.
But that's why I'm saying Quado. I'm trying to remember the remake. This is how much I barely remember the remake. I'm trying to remember the remake kind of do Quado in a very like sexy way or some bullshit. I'm trying to remember.
Oh God,
I don't remember. See now, and I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it.
I need all y'all to stop thinking that everything was made with Cortana from Halo in mind.
Look, they evolved Cortana for unnecessary reasons.
No, de-evolved according to the children.
Fuck those people. First off,
tell her to whip them titties out this time.
And when they saw that they got
more, we need more of that blue cleavage.
And then they deleted it when they saw that they got deleted. Chris, you can get mad and grimace all you want. I laugh at this stuff.
No, it's just annoying. Not you, but just
it's all. Listen, I'm the comedian from Watchmen. It's all a joke.
I can't take this shit no more, man.
Just.
I can't look. That's my problem. Actually, I'm with Wings on that one too. We don't have to jerk off to it. You could just go on with your day. You could just, you know what? Deer Park. You can get some water in you. You could do that.
But why change? Why change the norm? Why change the norm?
I heard what you just said. I fucking hate you so much.
Why change the norm, D? And that would be their question to y'all: is why change what is normal?
Oh my God! Just imagine if you will, man. Like my thing is this. Like I said, we don't like stuff that's ugly no more. Note how the setting of
especially in recent years.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the setting.
God don't like ugly, sir.
But no, think about this. Look at the setting of this movie. How gritty and how grimy and how unwelcoming it look. If you made this today, everything will look way too clean.
Yeah, sanitized, basically.
Sanitized.
And it's that, and that's what I'm saying. It's too sanitized.
I ain't saying, hey, every now and then, yeah, bring the sexy babe. Dude, we just talked about the chick that guy's been beating off to for 35 years with the third titty. All right, you can have all that, but the fact that everything is pretty, that's my problem, including the men. How are all y'all looking like y'all on part of 300? That's my problem. Everybody is pretty. That's it. I just want my sci-fi.
I swear, Zack Snyder.
I just want my sci-fi to look like it's going to give me a tech.
I got to be honest with you.
That's all.
Be honest with you, sir. I feel what in the Chernobyl is this shit? Right. So, like, because I'm trying to remember this movie, and I think that's a good thing about this movie too. They kind of give. I think the taxi driver gives a brief thing of what makes mutants, and it's just enough to where you're like, all right, I don't need no more backstory. That's good enough. Boom, keep it moving.
And because you had Cronenberg on here that likes making deformed and crazy
field information,
that look crazy looking shit and all the rest of that shit, because you got that mixed in with the fear that was going on during the Cold War, which was, what if somebody drops a nuke and we walk around, we got an arm on our head, a tongue on our chest, and we speak out our ass? That's what people were thinking.
Real life, you just die of radiation poisoning. That's it.
For some reason, somebody dropped.
Have you seen the pictures of niggas at
Chernobyl? Dropped a nuke and no one seemed to have walked around with a Geiger counter.
That's what I'm saying. You like people, they had this idea that the future was doomed. So that's why everything looked so gritty and all that. When they get to the 90s and everything was doing good and Bill Clinton was getting sucked off in office, everything was clean and nice.
Back when you can get impeached, when the rule of law was still in play.
Hey, Chris, the boat has sailed.
Long time ago.
We have been dealing with this nigga for the last 12 years. Right now, Trump is looking at you like this.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit now.
And yet, the Supreme Court is basically doing this at every turn when it comes to that battle they threw in El Salvador. Let me tell you something. Because they basically telling them, do your fucking job and get that motherfucker back, despite Trump saying no. And they're like, no, you're going to do your job. Now he's still gonna be like no because he's a whiny asshole, but still.
Hey, Chris.
And every time he doesn't, and every time they don't do their job, the American people,
you can't keep getting away with it.
Specify.
You want to know why?
No. Hold up, pause real quick.
Whatever.
That's liberal.
No.
People
Whatever. No, Chris.
No, Chris. That's the American people.
I'm not putting a
percentage. You're a part of it too.
Thank you. I'm not putting a percentage on it. I don't really care. I'm not differentiating.
No, I didn't say percentage. I'd say that's liberal white people right now, even though they can do something.
Again, Chris, I don't care. It's people's reaction to this.
And also, Chris, you know for a fact, Stephen Miller said this to Trump.
You don't want your top military guards to be decapitated, heads on pikes around the Bastille, okay? You don't want that.
La resistance!
Okay, you don't want any of that, okay? You don't want that.
So this whole administration is a clown show of John Crawford proportions. What are you talking about, man?
I am telling you.
It's been a clown show since 2016.
No. They had competent people there, so it was not quite a clown show. This is full tilt clown show.
Are you really sure?
Sir.
Chris,
yes, we had a pandemic, but was it like this? Fuck no. At least it was like, all right.
First of all,
Chris, you forgot about Dick Cheney and all the shenanigans that he was doing.
No, in terms of right now, all the bullshit compared to 2016, like that term, that shit. That's all I'm saying.
You see what Donald Trump has done to this podcast. I'm sorry, y'all. We stopped in the middle of this shit because Chris sees the complexities of the future where authoritative figures take over and make sure that people don't get in. Because one of the plot points of this is that Mr. Cox has the key to making all of Mars breathable, which, by the way, bull to the fan off.
Shit. Turn the fan off. Apparently, you can just hey, that's it.
And
first of all, when you have an army of Luigis, causing, mayhem and chaos and just wreaking havoc everywhere, what do they want? More freedoms, more food, more liberties, more air.
Yeah.
I think the best moment.
When I swear, I'm sorry, Chris. I was just gonna say, I swear, when I heard their reasons, I was like, huh. Yeah, sounds a lot like what's going on today.
I just think what's funny about it is the fact that like as soon as they catch when Cox sits there and says, "Oh, they're hiding him, huh? You know what? Don't ask questions. Just leave." And as soon as he leaves, shuts the fans off, shuts the doors. You don't get air. And I'm like, well, that's a boss move right there.
All right. First off,
hold on. That's not only a boss move, Chris. You know what that is? They got hit with the HNIC con special.
Oh, the fascism special. Gotcha.
No. Well, they sweated us out.
No, they ain't sweating us out. That's just you're dying.
No. I'm talking about you saw what happened at HNIC con when we was there. They shut off the air conditioning. They literally sweated us out.
You're fine. See, here's the thing. At least I can still breathe in the heat. I can't breathe air anymore.
Chris, either way, this was done.
Nigga, did I just catch you having fun?
Never mind.
Nigga, did I just catch you having
Never mind the fact that when the door closed, Arnold and Melina and old boy got out in time and shit. So it's like, oh, well.
Chris, that was another one. I was thinking like, they left. I'm like, very James Bond of you.
That's Indiana Jones where they got in the door in time.
No, actually, Chris, now the thought has come back to me. They got hit with the Gundam special where they turned off the oxygen.
Yeah.
Whew, that was rough. I'll
tell you what was rough. Guado getting shot in the head by Ironside. That was fucking funny.
What the fuck?
Like how his last breath, Quaid reactor.
That's the line that everybody say, Quaid the reactor.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't know whether to say, is Michael Ironside a baby killer if you kill Quado?
This is you know what, Eris, I hate to say this, but Chris is asking the right question right now.
Does that make him a baby killer?
I feel as though it doesn't make him a baby killer, but with the right jury, he's going to jail.
No, wait, hang on. If the carrier, wait a minute, hold on, wait. It's worse. Well, no, it's worse, gentlemen.
It's a white mutant. Kill him.
No. Quado dies. If the carrier dies, that's double homicide.
Oh shit, it is.
Oh, damn. The moment that we needed that clip. Damn, double homicide. The second we actually needed
D. It's the black woman. Bitch.
No. The best part. I'm sorry.
Why you apologize? That was a great ass joke.
No, for real. Hey,
because she legit did say I apologize because she got caught.
Black women, look at me. That's the shit I love from y'all. Double homicide. And you can hear everybody in the room turn to her. She's like, I apologize. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hey, sis, here's me. While you apologizing, sis, that's what we call timing.
That's great timing.
Somebody get Keaton Ivory Wayne's over here. We got somebody for him.
All right, let's wrap this bad boy up because we're pretty much towards the end of this movie.
Hologram shenanigans.
See you at the party, Victor.
Dog, I be real with you. This is one of the movies that has given me my fear all my life. What if somehow, some way, D is hanging out of a fucking elevator? Yes, this is a true fear that D has had all his life. What if I was hanging on? What if there's a roof coming down? Would you let go and try to lift up, D? What would you do? Too late.
What would you do if your son is at home crying on the floor because he's hungry?
Hey, Chris.
You could shut the fuck up.
Look, I'm trying to bring levity to a man's arms being taken away from him. You see?
Hey, Tevin, you go home right now.
That's hard.
Dude, if the achievement shit popped up with the pun, I would have been like, you know what? This movie's already a 10 out of 10. This shit's a 30 out of 10.
When Arnold had the two arms, he threw it down on the ground. A dog tag hops out and starts spinning.
For me, I had to go with the good old Jack Nicholson. Hey, let me lend you a hand.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I felt
I keep holding on.
I knew. See, I remember watching the fight, and I knew this is where Ironside fucked up. When Arnold did that action move maneuver where they grab your arm and they wrap it around like this and break it, I'm like, and you're dead, sir. He's about to throw you off the fucking elevator.
Eris, I got another one. Boom, Eris, I got another one. Boom, boom, boom. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! When I move, you move.
Just like that.
Just imagine though, Michael Ironside falling to the ground, MK2 style. Ah! Was that the second one where you got to zoom in?
Yeah, that was the second one.
Yeah. But that's only that was missing.
Nah, I like the one from Mortal Kombat 4 when you get the countdown and they're just sprawling down the pit.
God bless Ed Boon and that design team for that one.
Oh my God, that was a good one. So this is where D says, how did this movie not immediately get people going bullshit? They're out. So
Cox basically corners him with a fucking detonator and says, if you touch that thing, you do it. Old girl shoots him, and that's when Arnold's like, I guess I can activate it. And that's when he's like, too late. And then he actually throws the fucking detonator to where the window is, and it starts blowing everybody out. And he does this thing to live long and prosper shit, and then hits the thing.
Yeah, when I saw the four fingers, I'm like, okay.
Because it's alien.
Yeah, this is alien tech. Speaking of which, stop.
Alien.
Wake up. You mean to tell me that the aliens just so happen to leave a whole reactor underneath the stupidest thing in the world? How is anybody saying that this is real at this point?
I mean,
like honestly, granted, I can understand the alien aspect, but that's just too far of a go.
No, wait, stop. It's alien tech at the bottom of the reactor.
Stop. Don't you dare say that's our ancestors.
No, this is freaking LV 462.
No, it's not. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Thank God. I really thought you was about to say it was Moonfall.
No, not Moonfall. I wish. I'm saying this.
No, Moonfall wishes.
I'm saying that this is what happened in Aliens when they terraformed the xenomorph planet.
I guess
you put a reactor at the bottom. The aliens is chilling down there, snatching up bodies. You can't fire any guns in there because you set the whole thing off and blow it up.
That's why you need a hard-nosed woman to go down there with a flamethrower.
Oh, yes.
And Michael Biehn.
Hard-nosed woman with a heart of gold.
And Michael Biehn, because you need a Michael Biehn in every sci-fi movie. Which I'm surprised he wasn't in this movie.
I thought he was for 2 seconds. Hey, Cap. Just say you beat off to it, dog. It's all right. You around you amongst friends. You're amongst friends. I'm gonna clown you, but you're amongst friends, dog. I ain't gonna judge. I'm just gonna make fun of you.
You get these jokes, but we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
It's all skill.
We love you.
Love. I just like
you was what? 12, 13, no lotion.
Because Arnold and Melina, Quaid and Melina have plot armor. They can survive out in Mars before it terraforms itself enough to where their heads don't explode.
Which is the biggest piece of bull crap. You mean to tell me they just been out there
and then terraform happens and it's like, oh, well, cool.
Wait a minute, but Cox can go.
Cox went outside 5 seconds before he hit it, But
Arnold Schwarzenegger and the housekeeper he was cheating on Maria Shriver with, they could just live, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Face all you want. Arnold's like, if you get a girl, I want her to be, Latino.
I want her to be a brunette.
She's actually very, very,
but she's like a really, really nice woman.
I would also like to point out that
Silicana.
No, no. I would like to point out that
Blue Sky.
Stop it.
He did say that. No, hold on. I like how the beginning. Wow, blue sky. Blue sky on Mars. Never seen that before. Oh man.
No.
Yeah, fake.
Yeah.
Fake
Gave
news.
it away.
Fake news.
No. What he just said, yeah, all of this is fake. All of this shit's fake now.
Well, Darnold is, his Quaid is second guessing it when he's kissing Melina. Like, is this real? And then, we're not going to answer that question in credits.
No, dude, the fact that you got Sharon Stone, which I ain't gonna lie to you, 80s aerobic Sharon Stone turning into Deadly Assassin, Cam
aerobic era,
fighter,
and he's
that
second.
That was that was a look. That was a look that I enjoyed.
Man, she over there looking like. Nah, I like when she was the first scene she and most of her titty was about to fall out of that jump. It's like that was peak Sharon Stone.
No, that was peak Sharon Stone, but we already seen. I mean, well, no, technically, no, we didn't. Basic Instinct didn't come out yet.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, this is true. Dude, this is true.
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Sharon Stone's movie characters are never to be trusted.
Never.
I mean, never.
It's got to be at least one or two times.
There are not.
Wait a minute. What happened to Action Jackson? Did she get killed in Action Jackson because she was trying to go against Craig T. Nelson?
Yeah, something like that. Because Craig T. Nelson played.
This is why
I'm sorry. Saying Craig T. Nelson's name out loud with villain doesn't make any sense. I know.
He's Coach.
But what I liked though was just seeing her really play the come on. Like come on. I would never hurt you. Besides, we're married. She took that double tap to the head. Consider that a divorce.
That's also when D said this is a dream. Because there was way too many Arnold one-liners in this thing.
No, my other favorite Arnold one-liner.
Stick around.
No, I'm talking about from this movie. Melina. They can never film that in today.
No.
Where she just grabs this junk and says, "What do you even feed this thing?" Blondes. I love it. I love it. I loved every second
that
of that
is a
movie.
line, Eris. You say no, Eris.
I never said no.
No. You say no. Oh, you can get away with that today.
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't. Yes, you can.
No, 2008 was the last time you could have got away with something like that.
You can still do that. See, it's okay when a woman does that to a man. We can't do that to them.
True.
I mean, we did that back. I mean, first of all, seeing that it was a woman back then doing it, we love it. For them to try, hold on. For them, if they did that today with the same woman, they would call it problematic.
No, they wouldn't. You know what they call
Yes,
it?
They would.
Female empowerment over the patriarchy.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
Errors.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Yes, they would, because half the bull crap they do today is that same thing, and they stand on
Hold
that.
on, but I can flip that because remember, according to the outside, they hate men.
But Eris,
nope,
they don't live in reality.
Yeah,
and the reality is that you can still do that in movies.
But hold on, this is a movie that doesn't exist in reality, so they can project that.
Eris, sure. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't. I don't care as hard as you do just to prove that you can run with the red pill and not be with the red pill.
I feel Eris is low key.
I am tired of you.
I feel Eris is low key pushing some white supremacy talking points.
He is.
I'm really not.
No, you are.
Yeah,
I am not.
You're not doing it on purpose.
Chris, you just agreed with me 2 seconds ago. Stop it.
I agree with a lot of people.
No, check it out. The reason why I say that we agree with Eris because, and this is the fuck part about it, and Eris knows this. He knows that despite how fucking militant you and I are, Chris, you know what he can attack? You just like every other American man. Let me lay on that. Because here's the thing, and that's the reason why I hate Donald Trump the most. He made us all as Americans believe that we are not all the same, when in actuality, a lot of us are the same. We're just different. We're just different races. That's all we are. But Trump made everybody think that we're all different. We all, we do this. And the underlying thing, we're lazy. We want fake. Look, we're lazy. We want our social media, and we like our McDonald's. We're American.
I mean, you take our
and
social
Eris prays on that. That's why, despite it sounding like some white supremacy BS, 15% of you was like, well, Eris got a point. See, because you're American. That's why. I'm tired of see how cracked your cold water been.
No, you didn't.
I cracked it.
There's nothing to crack, because I can tell you right now, you take away if the whole world had its social media taken away in the blink of an eye tomorrow,
I think America and Australia kill themselves.
No. I would tell you right now, like the the self-deletion in Minecraft in America would be through the roof. All right.
Let me tell you something, Eric. Eris. I mentioned the Australians. Oh yeah, you take away the internet from Australians. Here's a crikey, we ain't got no personality, guys.
First of all, you take take away the social media in Australia. I would just leave the 9 deadliest animals that can kill you to just let them
take care of y'all.
Yeah, I'll let them do
it's
that.
It's like this with Australia to me, and we got a couple people from Australia that listen to this. Real talk. Without American influence, y'all are like, what, y'all gonna have your own weird shit? Looks like this. Y'all haven't successfully stolen everything from the Aborigines. Are y'all sure y'all can be
given where America is right now, do you think anybody wants to try to even copy a tenth of what America's doing?
Black Americans, yeah.
Sadly, yes. And Chris just said it, because we're the epicenter of all the culture in the country. So everybody wants to be a black person.
No, never mind that. See, it's kind of hard to try to copy a black person in today's, especially at this particular moment, because what are black people doing right now? We're minding our business.
If you mind our own business, you can still copy us. That's the thing. That's the point.
You can try.
I'm gonna read a book just like that Negro over there.
Like Chris, you can try. You can try to mind your own business like us. That's only gonna hold you for about a good 10 minutes before you're gonna start looking up stuff from the past.
So check this out. Eris, is this real? Is Total Recall real? You think all of that was real?
Yes, I do.
I think it's horseshit. Chris, do you think that Total Recall was real or horseshit?
I'm leaning towards real and just happenstance being real.
How is it?
Okay. Let me answer that.
David Carradine myself. I see y'all.
Okay. All right. Go for it, D. Go for it. I'm not advocating, but I'm not saving you. So,
hey, Eris, do me one favor before I do this. Can you look me in my eye?
Listen, the reason why I say that this is real, is because when the fact that they didn't even implant the they didn't inject him with the actual dream thing yet.
Mm-hmm.
So what he wanted wasn't even implanted yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Him waking up and freaking out the way that he did, that snapped him back. It's like, oh, like I'm injected in the recall, but hold on, you didn't give me what I asked for.
Okay.
And the fact that he sent himself messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't make any
sense. The contingency plans.
So, all right, this is the one thing I have to say to that. Eris, have you ever been put down for anything where you had to get anesthesia, where you had to go to sleep? Have you ever taken that?
Okay. I've never been under, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. And Chris already knows, because it's like, so tell me about yourself. Well, my name is Dwayne.
Listen, I get it. No, I get it.
I'm
I get
serious.
it. No,
it's
I
like
get
a
it.
wave of a hand.
I get it. I know. The moment he got put under, you just heard the sound of the USB going. Ba-doom. I get that. I get it. I get it.
You know that sound that Windows like.
Yeah, I get that. but I'm still saying that when Dr. Law,
the farthest I made it was 21, and I woke up going,
hold on,
24, 25.
Hold on, when Dr. Law said we didn't even implant the thing yet.
Harris, I get it, but remember, she wasn't Law at the time; she was Renata, and all of
reborn. I know the.
Harris,
I know.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Dog, he fell out. He went out. He was out.
So you think that he's been under this entire time, just dreaming the whole thing?
Because I'm be honest with you, there was a black man by the name of Neil deGrasse Tyson that said, "No, you can't do that." Yeah, no, all of this, no, bull crap. No.
Okay.
To the girl he made up, to the girl he made up, to the little girl with the little girl with the Uzi, from Quaid talking to the reactor, all of that was all this up here.
So what I'm thinking, sir, is let's say this was a fantasy, right? And because the director,
I'm being an asshole that one, but go
fine. And because the director says that I made it my conscious decision to make this ending as ambiguous as possible because I want the audience to continue talking about this for years. It's classic movie making BS.
Yeah.
And I say that respectfully. Because in most of these fantasy movies, when a character is having a dream, goes into anesthesia, yada yada yada, and we don't see the other stuff that happens, it's like, oh, they go under, all of a sudden something interrupts. You know what I mean? Something comes in from outside to interrupt what's about to take place, and you come to find out this whole thing was a dream. And by the end of the movie, they wake up. Yeah, that's a cliche, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. This whole thing of maybe it is, maybe it isn't. This whole ambiguous stuff is also a cliche.
True. But when that's your aim of the movie, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's your aim of the movie, like in Shutter Island, or in this case, the same thing. I think it's supposed to have us engage in the way we're doing.
Yeah,
it's
we're literally doing what the director wants us to do. You believe it's fantasy? I believe it was a reality.
Now that's where the fun part is, and that's how it keeps on going. That's how you get people to multi-watch shit like this. The only thing, this is my final thing. This is the only thing I can say, Harris. I get where you're coming from. I totally do. But you mean to tell me your life was in second gear this whole time, and the second you don't go under, all of a sudden you the super spy and you're the most important person in the whole world all of a sudden? Don't you think that's retarded? I'm not saying, and let me make this very clear, him being a sleeper agent and all the rest of that, I can go with that scenario too. But the second you put a blue sky on Mars and you hooked it in the beginning of the movie, that tells me right off of this, all of this was done on MS-DOS, and I don't need to believe none of this shit.
Well, D,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, D, listen, man. You think this is a hologram? This isn't.
That Looney Tunes bullshit was another reason why I think all of this is fake. Because I'm like, it's not the real. Like,
I loved every second of that. You think this is
this a Looney Tunes
game? You think this isn't the real me? It is.
I lied.
Also, the stormtrooper aim on everybody. Yes, movie, understand it. But way too many people missed him this whole movie.
Well, it would not have been a Schwarzenegger movie if he got hit even once.
You know what?
True.
But Commando's Commando.
Again, fight me, D. Fight me.
Commando's Commando's Commando.
Yeah.
Verhoeven kills people. So
yes,
that's what I'm saying.
He does. Verhoeven does kill people. However, when you're the main character and you have the star power of a Schwarzenegger, you will never get Schwarzenegger to be Peter Weller in the first 5 minutes. I'm just saying. See you at the party, Rick.
And with that, I think that's a good way to end this.
I mean,
that's a good way to end this.
I mean, come on. You know I ain't wrong.
You're right.
No, see what I'm saying? This is what the one thing I think a lot of people have noticed this about me and Eris. Me and Eris make the same fucking point. Me and Eris make the same point on opposite sides when it comes to shit like this. So I'm not mad. I'm just like, y'all dumb as shit. This is fake. How y'all? That's all I'm saying.
What D is saying is that him and Eris is De Niro and Pacino and Heat.
Speaking yes, we're sitting in the coffee shop. We're
in the coffee shop.
The diner. That's what we're
diner. My bad.
We're in the diner right now. Just so you know, there was no other life for you besides this, was there? What? Was it what? Barbecues and ball games? Nah. It's like you do know that if I have to. If it comes down to me and you, I'm gunning you down. Period.
Because that's what I do.
You see that woman over there? If you coming at me and I grab her and I'm use her as a shield. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing next week. Okay.
Yeah.
We already did that.
We already did. What are you talking about?
No. Oh, no. I was talking to myself. I'm sorry. They had nothing to do with Heat. I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't know they caught me.
I was like, what are you talking about?
No, because I really forgot what I wanted to do.
Doing Heat 2 Electric Boogaloo? Is that what we're doing?
Heat 2. This time De Niro's back with a vengeance.
Well, that's gonna suck because now that Val's gone.
They're gonna recast him with somebody else that looks kind of like Val.
It ain't gonna be the same.
Val was barely in there. He was fucking drunk the whole time.
Sir, Val was sunglasses wearing ponytail, running down Main Street with an AK. Spraying.
You can get a white guy to do that. You can get multiple white men to do that.
I don't care who you get. It ain't gonna be the same.
Sure.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the same. Not because of him. It's because you can't get nobody to match Dennis Haysbert. Let's just be real.
Yes, points.
We don't
All-State guy.
We do not make niggas like him no more. We stopped making niggas like him in 1972. We just stopped.
Man said 1972.
What you like why y'all? We're like the third off the free nigga of assembly line. All right. This batch of free niggers, they're called millennials. Ooh, futuristic.
They'll age like Saiyans, not get much anything else.
Maybe.
Can we still put them in jail for no reason? They're black, yeah.
That's what
they're made for. High five.
You thought they were made for anything else besides?
Hey, black guy, make my beans and make my music. Oh God, it's wonderful being white.
La da 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 da.
Crackers.
Yeah, good old fashioned sci-fi movie shenanigans. You know?
Yes, it was.
Ending is always up to your own interpretation, what you think it is.
Yeah. I like when me and Eris actually argue. The only time me and Eris didn't argue is the reason why me and Eris likes the thing, because me and Eris is like, hey, Eris.
Keith Davis survived, motherfucker.
He's like, be there, like Eris. You know, Keith Davis dead. He is dead, D. But
hold up.
Survived. Yes, they did.
They did. However, Keith David went back and changed his Eddie Bauer coat.
But then again, McCready, you disappeared for how long? Eris, that's what me and Eris look at each other. Boom, boom,
boom, boom.
Look. I know a bunch of y'all at home like, so y'all going to kill each other? Oh, me and Eris are waiting me and Eris been waiting for years for one of us to make the first.
No. Hold on, D. I don't say nothing. I just look at you when I do this. I hand you the drink.
I just think it's just funny that's
take the sip. Here's me.
Here's me.
I'm gonna kill you. You know that, right? Go ahead, Eris. Show me. Go ahead, Eris. Raise your neck up and let me see the teeth. Here's you. D. Expose your belly and show your teeth. No, you first.
Oh, you still got feelings in it. All right, you're good.
Look, Eris over there. Look, I'm asleep. Eris, touch my belly. What the fuck are you doing, nigga?
How come you ain't cold like I am, bro?
I am cold, nigga. I'm sitting on the heater.
The fire went out 3 hours ago. How come you ain't cold?
Hey, Eris. Look. Why are you ain't cold? Here's me. Eris, why are you sweating? Again, Eris.
No. Eris, why are you sweating? I was watching Cops.
The TV survived.
The TV survived. Still got a signal.
I swear that shit in Step Brothers was funny. He's like, why are you sweating so much? I'm watching Cops. You sweat while you're watching Cops?
Okay. Let's stop and let's get this episode. Everybody, next week we're going to do a movie that I wanted us to do from since Jump Street. Well, no, actually not since Jump Street, but this is more for Chris. We're going to keep it propaganda too. Chris, look at me. You're the comic book guy. We need you for this one.
Which is?
Put on your yellow trench coat and put on your yellow hat, nigga.
Dick Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Featuring
Ladies and gentlemen,
Dick
Tracy. If anybody wants to know about this is just real quick. For years, it was in developmental hell. And nobody wanted to make it. But one person wanted to make it more than anybody else. His name is somebody we have not talked about. We're going to talk about for the first time next week. Warren Beatty actually held the rights to Dick Tracy until it was made. Here's the fun part. Guess who holds the rights to Dick Tracy? Warren Beatty. Warren
Beatty is what we like to call
believed in this and believed in Dick Tracy a whole lot.
Warren Beatty is what we like to call old Hollywood, and only old Hollywood can get the pull to do a Dick Tracy. And if I went into a Hollywood studio and said I want to do Dick Tracy, first off, they would call me a nigga, and then second off, they will sit there and say we're not doing this bullshit.
What happened to Dick Tracy?
However, Chris, you give them the right idea, they'll say, hey, this nigger is actually good.
And they'll get AI to do it.
Now, here's the fun part about it. Now, the reason now we love to talk about Marvel and DC. No, this is when it actually started. You want to know how Dick Tracy became something? Because Disney looked out and said, the fuck is Warner Brothers doing? Batman? Nobody's going to see Batman. Oh my God. Everybody wants to see Batman.
Let's do Rocketeer.
We need to do Rocketeer. Nobody's going to watch that shit. We need something bigger than that. We need Spider-Man. Nobody's going to see Spider-Man. What about the Avengers? Who wants to see the Avengers?
What about the Phantom?
Come on. What about the Phantom? No one knows. Like, I got the Cats and Jammer Kids. Well, think about that one. Come on. Somebody has to have a good idea out of nowhere. Guys, listen up. I got a script for us. Warren Beatty, aren't you busy having sex with all the hot Scarlets in Hollywood right now? Yes, I
took a break.
I took a break to come down here to tell you about a movie that we need to make. It's called Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy was written, directed by him, and he got all his friends to be a part of it. Is it a good? But by what I remember, is it a good movie? Is it interesting and a classic? Oh my God. We are going to debate that part because this movie is still gorgeous to this day. So we got
much like we talked about with Batman Returns, there was a lot of McDonald's toys and glasses and everything under the sun.
All I gotta remember, hold on, real quick. Remember the scratch offs to this joint? Oh, I missed that, man. I missed gambling when we were kids, man.
You know the thing about Dick Tracy is I'm pretty sure he didn't even have to. Warren Beatty didn't even have to say anything. He walked into the pitching room with the comic strip of Dick Tracy and just tossed it down like it was a Joker playing card.
Now, first off, he made a mistake and slapped down Prince Valiant. And they was like, "Oh no, not that one, not that one. No, Prince Valley. No, we don't do Prince Valley.
No, not
doing
that.
Gay Prince? No, we're not doing the Gay Prince now. No, we're not.
Dilbert? No, we're not doing Dilbert. Get this out of here.
I'm telling you guys, we should do Spider-Man. You want to get fired? Look,
you want to do Kathy?
I'm just saying we should do Spider-Man. You can get fired. Like, you're fired. All right, fine. I'm going to Sony. Sony's going to listen to my Spider-Man ideas. Yeah, whatever, you homo.
Some white guy's like, hey, this Doonesbury fucking movie is going to be great.
Listen to me. We get Blondie. It's a rated R movie. Blondie, right?
It is amazing how my old ass knows about Doonesbury, the most whitest fucking comic strip.
Man, that's some good old. I'm a liberal free thinker in the 1970s comic strip. Anyway, so yeah, we see y'all next week for Dick Tracy.
Peace.
See ya.
Sega.